And then I look at my opponent and he looks at me and we both just look defeated. And it's not even about the position. It's just the disrespect. And you can't call your arbiter and be like, hey, this 8-year-old is using his phone as a banana. And if they win, they don't even shake your hand. They do this annoying kid thing where instead of giving you a firm handshake because they don't know that's the thing yet, they go like, and they slide it out as if they don't want to touch you, and then they just cockily get up away. No, it tilts the shit out of me.
You were definitely speaking from a place of experience, I can tell.
Yes. And when I beat kids,
I like compete IRL so much.
I enjoy it so much.
That might be the craziest out of context clip we have on the OpTic Podcast right there. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 105 of the OpTic Podcast. I'm joined by Andrea, Alex, and Nick Maniac Kirshner. My name is Blake. This episode is brought to you by Shopify, BetterHelp, and
Manscaped.
She was really pumped about that one, which I love. I love that energy.
Yeah, why before this even started, you guys were pumped about Manscaped?
It's a cool brand.
It is a cool brand.
You said your audience was 95% male?
On Twitch, it's about that, yep.
Do you have like...
Think about all the scaping they could do.
The what? Oh,
I'm not gonna lie. I know
skating.
it has. Okay,
Yes.
this is probably not.
Have you seen the commercials?
Podcast,
It's like
but
very like in your face,
is it
aggressive.
about ball hair? Shave the. Okay, that's what
just
I thought.
everything
Well, yeah.
down there.
Yeah, no,
But,
it seems
keeping
like a good
things
product.
trim.
I just like the idea of equal standards for men and women, you know?
Yeah,
That's good.
it's very progressive.
Never thought about that in my life.
That's big.
No, I'm far from that.
That's a big thought.
Do you guys have like... Is it every time you go somewhere, people bring up chess? Because that's what I was about to do.
Much.
That's what I was about to do. But then when I think about it, I'm like, I can't resort to this first, just right off the bat.
No, we got to talk about the
Well,
winter trip.
At least you're the first. I think you're the first person to recognize that. So we appreciate
big.
that
I don't know
a
if
lot.
I'm the first person to recognize it.
You're the first person to
Explicitly.
say it
I'm sure
out
my favorite
loud.
streamer,
To say it
Lex
explicitly.
Friedman, recognized it. But
Crazy name drop
he's a
right
chess
there.
nerd. So
I mean, we
Good.
spent half of the podcast actually playing chess, and Andrea was like, don't put it on, it's gonna hurt up retention. And Lex is like, I don't care, and he just put a chess game in the
and
middle
every
of the
listener
podcast.
stopped watching as soon as we started playing chess, which
Not
is why
me.
I told him to put it at the end. You sat through the entire game.
How long's the podcast? Like 3 hours? Close
Yeah.
to?
Yeah.
I'm probably halfway through. It's been
halfway is the chess.
I've listened to it when I was working out like twice now.
That's
Damn.
nice.
So I have no idea what's
Appreciate
going
that.
on because I'm literally at the part right now where you guys are like doing chess moves
Oh no.
and talking about like Queen's Gambit, shit like that. But it's like I'm literally like squatting or doing like
That's actually
bench press, and
That's
I'm
quite the
hearing
sight.
this.
Hear the pieces move.
Yeah, but
Does it motivate you to work harder?
I don't. It does nothing for me. But
Oh.
for some reason, it's in my ear.
Are you just too lazy to skip it, or like why?
I don't know. I haven't listened. You're in the boxing workout world. Do you listen to music or do?
Oh,
what,
yeah.
What do,
Have to listen to like EDM music. while I work
every
out.
time when you work out?
Like I noticed, it's really weird. It's the same with chess. I think it's like I like to say that it's my ADHD brain. But if there's like lyrics, it'll throw me off, and it's funny. During chess, it makes sense, but even when I'm working out, if it's lyrical music, it like I lose focus.
Ah.
So you're just straight
It has to be
electronic
like hard
dubstep,
EDM,
like
pumping
old school
techno or house.
Avicii.
Yeah.
When you
Just
play
go-
chess,
No,
you can't
not
hear
old
words.
school, new school. Because she also DJs.
Do you
I do,
really?
like Maniac.
No.
Like,
well,
we have
hold
two
on, hold on.
DJs in the house.
No,
Like, where do you
eventually?
DJ?
What if we do?
like
I
in a
didn't-
professional setting or like just
I
like
started
friends?
learning for fun, and I did like a party, and then I was gonna start doing more shows, and then I started boxing. So then that dream went down the
My
garbage.
favorite thing when she DJ'd for the first time, obviously I was there front row to support her.
She was.
And then I wanted to go and dance behind her, but like this man who was a security man told me like, don't go there, you're going to distract her.
Okay, he was wearing all black and cat ears.
It was Halloween. And I
Yeah.
found out he wasn't a security man. He was just controlling everyone, and it was her first groupie. And he
I
didn't let
had
me go
groupies at my
behind.
first set. Him
I mean,
and
that's
these
not
two
bad
girls.
for your first gig,
And they kept
unless it's
standing
weird.
next to me with their phones screaming, "Oh, you're so good!" And I'm like, "Dude, I literally just like did nothing." And they're
Well-
like screaming their heads off.
What was the crowd like?
It was a
When you say
Halloween
your
party.
first set, how many people are we looking at out here?
Well, the total party or on the stage? I mean, the total
I
party.
think it was like 40, 50
Most people
in the
don't have a
audience.
stage at the
Yeah.
first set, so we're already off to a good start.
Yeah.
That's good.
But Yeah, no, it was mainly just streamer friends and mutuals because that's
And
really,
weirdos.
Really
Were you doing like the, all right,
Hold up.
you know, this
Dude,
one goes out
I was
to...
so nervous. I watched back videos, and the entire time I do not look up once into the crowd because I was just like I don't even remember it because I was so nervous and so stressed.
In your
which I
head, are you
regret.
thinking like, oh my God, this is my, because Summer Rae, not saying
You know
you're
a
like
lot about
Summer.
her, or-
Summer,
Yeah,
no.
what do you know about her, Nick?
Well,
What caught your attention?
Her big heart.
Her talents in DJing caught my attention.
I
I was
didn't
like,
know
who is
she
this
DJs.
DJ? It's Summer Rae. But she
Never.
DJs. And I know a lot of people give her shit saying like, oh, you're not a real DJ.
Yeah,
shit
a lot
like
of it.
this.
There's a lot of influencers.
So are you
who do
thinking
that.
of that? Like your first, not that you're like not a, obviously you're
Yes.
just learning and you're
That's
aware
exactly
of that.
why I've taken it really slowly because I do want to be respected, and I mean the technical side and the software takes me hours, and there's a lot of influencers like Charlie Jordan is another big TikToker who's doing a ton of DJing. Like it's obviously very Chantel Jeffries. There's a lot of influencer DJs. And I do have a lot of friends in the music industry who are actual like house or other EDM genre DJs. So that's why I've been really nervous, and I don't want to perform for people until I feel like it's
'Cause you-
really good and like I worked really hard on it.
Yeah. You don't want people like giving you that, oh, she's just,
Yeah.
she's a DJ
Which-
that does nothing
Yes.
but just
will
stands
happen
there,
regardless.
looks
Even
pretty.
if I work my ass off on a set, 10 hours, like, okay, that's actually a small amount. They'll still say that. But I was really happy because some of the people who did show up to my first set, they work with Martin Garrix, and a lot of them actually would work with real music artists and manage them, and they're like, oh, like for a first set, like that was really good, like better than most things I heard. So that was like some good feedback.
Are you you said you were nervous, but are you nervous because it's your first like DJ set, or are you nervous because it's you and then like a crowd of people, or is
And
it like
her
a mixture?
number one fan.
Yeah, it was.
The guy with the cat ears.
It was.
Or you.
I was there the entire time.
Oh,
But you weren't
yeah.
even the closest. The guy with the cat ears was closer.
Don't rub it in.
Do you
Continue.
not want her there?
No, I wanted her on this.
Okay.
I that was one thing. Well, honestly, my head was down, so I didn't even notice anyone. But the plan was that she would be next to me. We'd be like a duo. She'd be like, supporting
Well,
me.
I just wanted to support her. This was when she was nervous, and
The
that's why
Catman
she
one
wanted to
let her
have
in.
me up.
I was
Is
really
this like
nervous.
a 2022 thing? This
This was
year?
this Halloween.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
I get more nervous when people I know are around.
Yeah,
like
no,
I would,
exactly.
I would prefer
Did you wear sunglasses?
embarrass myself in
No.
front of people to
Impressive.
where I would like never hear about it again. It's like, wow, I just embarrassed myself in front of all these fucking people.
Have you had
But-
any experiences?
No, I don't know. It's a big fear of mine.
Wait,
And
so
I
you
don't-
also
That's why I'm
DJ?
kind
On
of
a
pissed
stage.
off I landed in this industry because I'm just in front of cameras.
Yeah, that's
But-
the thing. I feel like streamers are pretty immune to worrying about
In
front of
streaming
people.
though, because when
Yeah,
I
it's
stream, the way I stream is like, it's embarrassing. The way I rage and I just cry about video games, like it's like embarrassing, but like that's fine.
Turn
But-
into therapy.
But when it comes to like real life,
Yeah.
and we were talking about like the esports awards are coming up, and
You guys going?
yeah,
We are going.
and it was like, if someone wins an award, do
Are you
I have
guys
to get
gonna
up
win
there?
an award?
And it is
Are
my
you-
Absolutely
Are
not.
you nominated?
It is
No.
my biggest fear ever.
we will not
Formal's
win
nominated for like controller player of the year, and it's like if
Nice.
he,
And he
That's
better
awesome.
win.
but he's not going. So if
Oh.
he wins, do I have to go accept it?
I get
and I have
massive
accepted
stage
it
fright.
before. It
I'm
didn't go
just-
Do you
well.
guys know about the acceptance
Do
speech?
tell.
You know it better than I do.
Well, I don't know how. I don't know if
You
you
were
guys know
there.
my past, but I used to
I
do a
was
lot
gonna
of
make a light
drugs. Well,
joke.
I used to do a lot of drugs, but
So you used to be really cool. Not just kidding.
that's how I looked at it. That's how I
This
looked
is a
at it.
joke.
That's how I looked at it, but apparently no one else thought I was cool. But no, during the acceptance speech, I was on Xanax. I was drinking hell out.
Oh,
No,
wow.
actually, let me put Hex on the spot real quick. I was at the esports awards. Formal won an award, and then I was a part of OpTic, so I'm just like at the table, and then Hex is like, "Yo, if Formal wins, you gotta accept this," and I'm like, "What? Like what the fuck?" This is literally my biggest fear, is like accepting this award. Walk up to the podium, everyone is quiet, and I have to just like pull something out of my ass. But they didn't tell me. I thought I was just going for fun, and I don't think they knew this was like one of my like biggest fears is like public speaking, even like doing this shit, and everyone's just fucking quiet looking at me right now. But no, doing the esports awards, Hex literally told me at the table, and I was like, what? And I was already doing like Xanax and stuff like that. So I just started drinking a lot. I was super nervous. Went up there. I was like kind of slurring and stuff. Like afterwards, and then afterwards I blacked out. I was like in the hotel room. But everyone was like, oh my God, that was hilarious. Like he was so drunk, like blah, blah, blah.
Oh, no.
And I look at it like, Jesus Christ.
I didn't think it was that bad from an outside perspective.
Well, I don't remember the speech.
Well, I mean, it felt like
there's video.
Like if you
No,
go to a
wait,
wedding
no,
and
there's not
someone
video.
comes up and makes a
Deleted.
toast.
Yeah,
that was the
okay.
vibe.
Oh,
It was endearing. It really was. But it was just for you because of your whole brand and everything. I'm not even talking about the dark side of stuff. But even just the picture of you holding the trophy, it was an iconic.
I have that picture somewhere. Maybe it's on like my Tinder profile or something.
I could probably Google it right now.
So I still
easy.
honor the moment, but it was tough for me. So I remember we were talking about DJing one time, and I was like, that's something like I would kind of want to get into. I was making beats for a little bit.
Yeah, I remember you mentioned that.
So it's like, I don't know, I've always sort of been into music and like producers and DJs and stuff, but I don't know, that's why I was wondering, were you more nervous it being your first set, or like getting up there in front of everyone and everyone just like, it's like all eyes on you?
Yeah, before the thought slips my mind, because it's very funny. This is what I notice about you. Like, you're obviously very outgoing and like very confident.
See, I
and
hear
very
that.
extroverted.
No, I don't.
But like, no, like,
I don't think that
you're
at
like
all.
hilarious. Like, it reminds me a lot of my close friends. But as soon
Am
as
I fucking
but wait,
delusional?
let me finish.
Jesus.
We're not here. But as soon as the spotlight's on, like you're saying something, and then the room goes quiet. Like, yo, why is everyone quiet? Well, like, why is everyone listening to me? Like, it's very funny because it's the very opposite of like the energy that you give, which I think I'm actually similar in that way as well. Like, I'm very loud, and well, that's what people see me as. I think I'm actually very quiet. My sister
the
would
entire
say this.
day before the DJ set, you can go, I'm not gonna do it. I don't know if I'm gonna do it. I don't think I'm gonna do it. Oh, I'm
I
having
was
this
But are
so
you actually
nervous.
thinking that, or are you just like
I could, as soon as
saying that?
no,
So like I speak negatively so much just so there's like, it puts pressure off me in case I fail.
No, so I
You're
couldn't
very good at
even perform in front of
self-deprecating
one
humor.
person. I called my friend on Discord to listen to my set before the event, and even in front of one person, it was like my closest friend. Like, yeah, as soon as there's people listening, I get extremely nervous, which is the reason why the entire thing felt like a dream, and I couldn't even make eye contact with any of like my best friends in the crowd because I was like sweating balls. I was so nervous.
What do you think the most nervous you guys have been in front of like a production? Because you guys do this kind of stuff all the time.
Oh, and then I was gonna say it'd be the DJ set or when we won Chess Streamer of the Year at Cutie Cinderella's award show.
Hikaru was gonna take it, so
Yeah.
we didn't even practice.
No,
the
we did
speech
practice. That's
until
the
we were
thing.
there.
We did. No, we did practice,
Until
and
we
I
were
messed it
there.
up because I was so nervous.
That's true. We were gonna say
had
those
one
lines
line.
together, and
And I messed up my one line because like I just couldn't handle the nerves.
I'm sure it still went well though.
No.
Wait, what was it?
was
Cutie
the
whole
Cinderella
bit.
had a.
You don't know about
Had
the
like
Streamer Awards?
No,
I thought it had like a cute name, like Streamies or something. Was it not?
No,
It was just
Streamer's
Streamer
gonna
Awards.
Be, this
Okay, gotcha.
Because like, there's no chess award unless it's one of your friends. So that wasn't even a category that I
Right.
think was going to exist otherwise.
Hey, chess.
And you guys
popped
didn't
off.
think you were gonna take it, and then you
Oh,
swept the
I
floor with
really
them.
didn't think so.
So you both went up there and accepted it.
Oh, yeah.
So you win.
that's-
There's a podium. You go up. There's a whole crowd looking at you.
And the whole bit was that we were gonna talk like synchronized twins and say the same thing at the same time. And guess who messed it
Oh,
up?
that's cute.
Me.
What did you do when you messed it up?
Just I don't even know. It was like one line that I had memorized, and I don't know.
Like, we love chess.
I don't know. I don't remember what it was.
What's weird is like here we go in the Maniac comparing chess. But for Halo, or I used to compete in Halo, and then like in Halo tournaments when I'm like focused, like I'd be like on a main stage and there's like a crowd of people.
Yeah.
But it's like I'm much more nervous like being in front of a camera or like something else rather than if I had a DJ set or something like that, it'd be like way more
because you're really
nerve-wracking
focused
than-
on another thing that you're doing.
So did you ever get that during like, all right, for in a Halo match, I'm nervous, but when the game starts and I like get a kill, it kind of goes away. Is it comparable like that at all in chess to where like you're nervous before it starts, but once you take a piece,
I have nerves a lot before an event.
goes
Once you
away.
kill that first pawn.
I mean, I
Once you
have
really
it when
start
we
with
do
it.
really big events that we're putting on. I'm like, oh, what if things are going to go wrong? And then as soon as it starts, it's fine. Or for chess or for poker, things like that. So yeah, once I'm in it, then I feel a lot better.
I think it's a hard comparison because it's not like we've played chess on a stage in front of that. Yeah.
But
I mean, I feel
we
I've
have
seen you
played
guys go to
national
New York
championships.
parks. Like, I feel like
yeah,
that would be.
But it seems like close knit and like local.
I don't know. I used to get really bad nerves competing in chess tournaments.
Would that?
But not because of the audience, because of the competition.
Yeah,
in the
just because
game.
of the
But it-
competition.
which
Is
makes
it
sense.
timed? Or
Yeah.
when
Is
you're
it like largely older men with gray hair? Because that's what I imagine. I imagine it's just you guys versus a bunch of old dudes.
They're not old.
They're not
but
all
lots
old.
Of men,
No?
yes.
Yeah, but it's just it is mostly dudes usually.
Okay, that's cool.
Sometimes you'll have like
That's
one
cool.
girl thrown
No,
in
it
there.
is cool. That's dope.
Yeah.
See, I can't. I've seen like, I don't know where I saw it. Maybe scrolling TikTok or something. But I've seen clips of you guys going to like, I guess it's New York, like a New York chess park or something, and you're just like pulling up on random people. I think this might
Up on random people goes crazy talking about
random
chess, by the way.
fucking chess masters or whatever it is. Like, I guess at this point, do they know who you guys are?
A lot of them do, yeah. I was playing this weekend against someone and I was sitting, he's like, you know who you reminded me of? I was like, who? The Bororex sisters. I was like, oh. No, I have it
the
on
way you said it,
camera.
I feel like you
It's
twirled
on
his
camera.
mustache.
It's on
What
camera.
is Bororex?
I have it on
And
my
they always
phone.
butcher her name.
I think they just butchered both
Yeah,
of
yeah.
them.
Wait, that's not comparable at all.
No, it
How
was
is-
a really
No, we've heard some
funny-
really funny
Well,
names.
Botox is the most popular one. Yeah.
You liked that one.
I like that
Yeah.
one. If I was playing against you, I'd use that. Are you one of them Botox sisters? Checkmate.
Yeah, very intimidating.
Yeah, I'm
Straight
sure
to
it would
checkmate.
work. I'm sure. It
I'd
would
only
work.
throw that out when I'm about to win.
So never.
Pocket that one for now.
Yeah, just
let
keep
me
it.
save
You
that.
just wait.
Yeah, we'll
Would you
play.
guys ever do like, you know, like when they send like the, you know, it's like LeBron James dressed as like an elderly
Oh
man?
my God.
They
Oh,
did
no.
that. I think I heard that on
Yeah,
the
we
Lex
did
podcast.
do that.
Wait,
Yeah,
you
we
did that?
dressed up
Oh,
as
they-
old
Oh, I'm
lady.
sorry.
It was
Yeah.
I'm
actually
uninformed.
funny.
You
See,
don't
I did
look
my research.
Thrilled about it.
This
No, it was great. We took like 6 hours to get into prosthetics, and this was actually with Envy. You know, before Envy Optic started.
I just want to say this is weird
Becoming
hearing
one.
because I heard it on like one of my favorite people's podcasts, and, and like now I'm hearing it in real life. It's
and
kinda
I bet
weird.
you still didn't watch the video, did you?
I didn't watch. I listened though.
Honestly, the only thing
Mid-squat.
that tilted me about that video is that I was so into character and shaking that I lost my game, and we
Yeah.
had barely any time to
No,
play
So
the
it was
game.
both of
We
you at the
would've-
same.
We were so in character. Yeah, two
Yeah.
grannies
Two-
playing hustlers in the
okay.
park, and that's the thing. If,
New York?
If we didn't show up in
Yeah.
disguise, yes, they'd know us, which is so funny because one of the hustlers recognized me from the way I touched the piece, which shows how well they know us.
Yeah, I
but
heard
But
that.
we were talking
Wait, like
in granny
literally
voices.
how you grabbed the piece.
Yeah.
Well, I was like shaking, like because we looked like we were 90. We were really. Good
I've
in
never
character.
seen Andrea more in her
And I was in a
natural
granny voice,
habitat
too.
than in
Being
this
a-
video.
They
She's
didn't
like a
recognize
natural
my
grandma.
voice.
No, she was so good.
I was
She was
really
so
good
good.
granny.
When
Like, an
she
amazing
dropped her
granny.
bonbons, people
I
came
dropped
to
my
help
bonbons,
her.
like, oh, my bonbons. And they're like, and everyone started dying because they thought it was an actual old grandma who dropped her bonbons playing chess.
People
Believable.
came to help
And then
us.
they started
we-
helping me picking up my
Yeah.
bonbons.
And then you felt bad. See, I remember
A
hearing
little
all
bit.
this.
Yeah, no,
know
I
this
was like
story.
holding in my laughter.
This. Did they know, or I guess, are you just that popular now to where if you go to like a chess, is it a chess park? Is that
Chess
what
World's
it's-
a very niche community. So, like, there's not a lot of people, a lot of big figures that make it, to the grand scheme. So, yes,
But
when
you
you're in
have-
a chess club or a chess park, likely that they know us.
You have videos out there before anyone knew you, and you were because I felt
The
like those were the
first
clips I
videos,
saw, and like
yeah.
you guys were so
that was her very
smooth.
first video ever.
Yeah.
I feel like I've seen a bunch of clips of Alex like smoothly just like talking shit to just random. I'm guessing they're really good.
I
but just,
think
like,
those were earlier on, and I was able to get away with it more. So the first ones that went viral, I was just in New York visiting friends and just went by the park to film. My friend was holding the iPhone, and those ones blew up, and that was before anybody knew.
And then it became
But
a
then
meta, and everyone
we,
started doing
everybody
it.
started doing it. So all the chess streamers have done the IRL
boo.
things
And now
now.
they know.
Yeah.
And now we go
everyone.
back, and they're just familiar
Yeah.
with it.
was this like something you knew was gonna work for a video, or were you like actually, because like these guys that are out there playing, they're not doing it for a video, they're just doing it. Did you go out doing it sort of for a video, or like you were like, let me go out there and see? Was this your first time doing that?
Well, so I always like hustling people in the park because my dad used to make
Jesus
me do it as a kid.
Christ.
But no, my
Hustling
Was it
people
always
in the
chess?
How do you
park.
think
It was
she ended up
always
with that
chess.
beanie? She's a hustler.
Is there money involved?
A lot of times there is, and my dad would make me go when I was an 8-year-old kid.
What?
And the thing is, my
Oh,
dad
there's-
would always play it up, and he'd be like, "Sweetie, don't forget the horsey moves 2 up, then 1 over," and then he'd make me play them, and often it would be for money, and then they would start swearing at me.
Because they knew they were getting hustled.
Well, because they just get really upset.
Trying to fight your dad.
Well,
and
actually,
shit.
the only ones who would swear at me were the French ones. The American ones would not swear.
That's good. Hey,
Yeah.
that's one W for the U.S.
No, that's
Normally
true.
not like that.
No, that's true. But no, they didn't know it was a video. We knew, or I knew it was going to be a good video because it's one of those things that always is a very popular thing. But I didn't know it was going to be as popular as it was.
Was that already a thing?
I had seen
Like
people
girls
do those kinds of-
going
No,
out there and doing this?
I think it was probably the first girl video. There had been other chess masters, and those had like millions of views as well. But this was the first one that was more of a contrast.
That's sick.
Yeah.
And now you guys, speaking of, you started with that IRL videos, hustling old dudes in the park, and now you're
Okay,
playing
wait,
chess
wait,
against
wait,
a
wait.
woman and then fighting her.
Not just hustling
No,
old
fighting
I wasn't
her.
expecting that.
Yeah, I like that.
transition.
Go ahead.
Yes, that's true. Now
How
I'm
did that come about?
simultaneously
She hasn't ate
boxing and
anything we've
challenging
ate this
grandmaster.
weekend.
Huh?
You've been making spinach omelets and
No,
working
I
out.
broke, dude. I got a text
Running
from my
at 5
trainer.
a.m.
Huh?
Running at 5 a.m. in the
It
snow.
was 8.
It was 8, but
And
You went to
still.
the gym
Better
again
than I
today.
I did. I'm not impressed with myself.
She avoided
but
all the
we're gonna
pizza.
win, so I did. I didn't touch the pizza today, and I didn't touch the other stuff. That
is
I
it
know about.
hard? Because last time I weighed myself a few days ago, I was 212 pounds. I don't want to be 212 pounds. I'm trying to be like 190, 195.
That's doable.
When you're dieting for this boxing shit, is it really hard, like not eating that pizza?
dude,
Because you seem like you don't care.
dude.
Yeah.
You seem like,
I
no, I'm
have-
gonna just make this.
It's not the pizza. It's I have a giant sweet tooth, and there's been a bag of Reese's peanut butter cups and Oreos, and every time I walk
the
by in
cookie
the
dough.
kitchen, the thoughts that go.
Maddie bought
Oh yeah,
all
I
three
gave
of
into the
those
cookie
yesterday,
dough.
by the way,
I
so
gave into
blame
the
him
cookie dough
entirely.
yesterday, but you know what? I deserved it. I worked hard. That was the only thing I broke my diet: raw cookie dough.
I think we probably burned a lot of calories yesterday.
Not enough though.
Snowboarded
burned
for
more
5
Yeah,
hours.
apparently
boxing.
they're pro.
Falling burns a lot of calories, so they probably
It's
burn
our
less.
first day.
No, you guys did great. Except you didn't come day 2, so I don't respect you as much as I respect
Day
Blake.
2 gang.
Yeah.
I heard
That's
you were really
acceptable.
good from Andrea.
I stayed up.
He
Which was
followed.
huge.
Yeah, I mean, all of us had went multiple times, and we went on like pretty challenging giant hills, and he kept up.
We hit the blues all day, had a really good time.
Yeah, it was great.
Now we're here. It was a good morning.
Okay, it's not pretty challenging giant hill. It's fucking mountains. It's literally all right, I need to start managing this ski snow place because there should not be this like there's like the I don't know what you would call it. We talked about this on the Flycast, but like there's like the training thing where it like electronically takes you up and it's just like if you're an idiot, we'll bring you here. Which is where we were at. We did that, and then it's like
you're talking
okay,
about the
you're
bunny
not that
slope?
much of an
Okay,
idiot. We'll
he's
take you
talking
on
about
there.
the
the
bunny
basics.
slope.
Yes, he's talking about the bunny.
Oh, yeah, you're not talking about a regular ski lift. You're
We
talking
did
about
the little baby,
Yeah,
and
the
then
talking
we
about the
did
moving
then we
sidewalk.
did the baby slope where like you hold on to the thing and it drags you up.
Yeah.
And I'm going down that thing and I'm like, oh my god, I'm nasty. But then when we get to the real, it's way too much of a jump to go from the like I don't know the name of it. Is
Bunny
there
slope.
bunny slope?
From the bunny
To
To
go
slope.
like a
from the
regular
bunny
hill,
slope
yeah.
to the green
green.
mountain.
That's how you have to learn. You have to like you're gonna fall a lot, but
no,
that's the best way to learn.
you're gonna injure yourself, and it could go very wrong. And I feel like that's.
I'm surprised. I feel like you'd be like an adrenaline junkie. Like I feel like the fear would motivate you.
Oh, I thought it did till I was in the forest with my head on a log.
Maybe you're
People
just
on the
bad.
lift asking me if I'm okay. Matt Craig sliding down the mountain, and I'm yelling his
damn, you had
name.
a
He can't
tough
even
time.
find me because I'm just buried in the snow, and I'm deep in the forest. Like there's
Yeah.
there's got to be something in between that.
Yeah, no,
because
that
once
sounds rough.
I was feeling myself till I got there, and
Did
then
the green.
Well,
yeah.
the first day is always the hardest. I think second day maybe
See,
you would have spent less time in the
should've-
forest.
Maybe I should have went. I kind of wanted to ski though. Skiing's got to be easier, right?
I don't know.
Why are you skiing? Why are you snowboarding?
Because I'm cooler.
Snowboarding's cooler.
Skiing is way cooler. I skied when I was a kid, but she was too young, and then we moved, and she never had the same experience.
Yeah, our parents loved her more, so in Canada they took her skiing.
How far apart are y'all?
They didn't.
Depends.
6.5 years.
No, well,
we're 6.
we're saying new age now.
Well, skiing's classier and snowboarding's cooler.
Yes. Well, I learned in high school with my cool friends, so that's why I learned how to snowboard.
Well, I went snowboarding once, and I ripped some pretty big slopes that day. So
skiers get money, they're classy. Snowboarders do drugs, and they're crazy.
I'm sure snowboarders get money. Olympics probably.
What is bigger,
You don't think
skiing or
Shaun White?
snowboarding?
I don't know. I feel like that might be like a regional thing.
Every rich person I see that goes to the mountains are
Skis, for
skiing.
sure.
It's easier. How much easier? Have you tried snowboarding?
I have tried snowboarding. No, skiing is definitely easier.
So
skiing is easier
you
to
just
learn,
started on
but
skiing
harder
and
to
stayed on
master.
it?
I started on skiing, and then I tried snowboarding once.
And then you're like, fuck this.
It's just easier to do certain, but skiing on really hard slopes was very scary for me in the past as well.
I have to say though, I was proud of her. We never
Because
really
I was
did
very close to
something
going
like that
today.
together. Never done like a physical activity together. As
Yeah, you guys were
sisters.
like gone.
What do you mean? We do activities together.
Not like intense physical activities, like a sport. Like no, we've never
Have
done
you guys
We fought each
sported?
other.
Like
that. No,
We did
never.
judo.
Sport?
We did
No.
judo.
Okay, for a stream, we did a judo class. Like
We did a judo
Yeah,
class.
I guess also it's really sad because it only happens for content. But
Would
we
you
kind
guys
of got to
box
go on
each
our own. That question came up a lot, but even though I think it would be a very entertaining match, we can't punch each other in the face. We can like pinch each other, poke each other, fart in each other's face, but like I can't punch her.
When you saw your older sister skiing, why did you choose snowboarding?
I didn't even know she skied. I was so shocked.
So young.
When she came on the hill with me, I was like, you know how to do this? Because like it never happened before. So I was so excited.
I
What-
was a good skier
Yeah,
as a kid.
she was good.
Wait, so yesterday was your first time on the slopes together?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, that's
I didn't
awesome.
even
Oh,
know she knew how
damn.
to
I had
ski.
no idea.
Sasquatch
I was trying
and
to
shit?
Yeah.
do the math.
Yeah,
Wait,
exactly.
you didn't know pulling up to this that like you both were gonna head
I
to
thought
the
she was a
mountain?
noob.
What?
And then
Wait,
we
that's
got
actually
to
Wait,
leave.
how did you learn like separately?
Yeah.
Well, so think we're 6.5
What the
years. When
fuck?
I was in
Well, her parents
middle
loved her more,
school,
remember?
she's like
So they took
going to
her.
college.
And she
Like,
was
we're
like off on her own,
Yeah.
homeless.
She was in high school,
Yeah, exactly.
with
Yeah.
her friends.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Probably up to no good.
Neglected.
On a mountain.
smoking weed and
That's
shit.
not true. That's not true.
Sorry, please continue.
I forgot what I was saying.
We derailed you a little bit on that one.
But you were so you were like, wow, my sister is so cool.
No, I just the bar was very low, so
Okay.
the
You
fact that
guys
you could
separated
actually
from
do
us
it was
very
cool.
quickly.
Huh?
It's like we were on the bunny slope and then you guys left with Sasquatch.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, I guess we're stuck here.
That was so funny.
You guys
yeah,
are
but
gone.
we
But then
didn't
we
even get to
only did
snowboard.
the easy hill because we kept trying to get the
What
shot
do you
with
mean the fucking
Sasquatch.
We just
easy
rode the
hill?
lift
Oh,
with
sorry, not the
Sasquatch.
easy.
Yeah.
Before we started this podcast, we did the flycast, and I probably talked for an hour about how it wasn't easy, and it was.
Look, not everyone's a natural.
It was some of the most like painful things I've ever gone through. Like I said, I'm in the forest. My head is hitting logs. I don't know how to turn right, and somehow I'm going from bunny slopes to this literally going down a mountain in Colorado.
Yeah, I don't know how you even. What happened to the other kids? What were they doing?
I think Matt told me he was going to record behind me to get some footage. So I go, and suddenly I'm going 80 miles per hour
So
down
you
a
just
mountain.
went on your own. Okay,
And
that makes sense.
yeah, it was bad.
He said
And
you
Yeah,
got
I mean, if you
before
catch
anyone
really
could find me,
crazy
I'm in the
speed-
forest.
Did you end up okay, or did you get a
I mean,
serious
it seems
injury?
fine. He's lost
I
a couple
don't know
brain
yet.
cells since yesterday.
My
Okay.
tailbones, everything's sore. I haven't been the same mentally, physically, or spiritually. My wrist hurts. My tailbone hurts. What else can I complain about? It was
That
cold.
sounds like
Would you do
the
it again?
snowboarding experience.
You debated
Would
going
I
again
do
this
it
morning.
Yeah, I was gonna go this morning, but I was talking to Ellie, and he was thinking about going. But
Then he
I
made up a meeting or
I
something.
kind of wanted to ski because they were saying I'm not gonna call out who, but someone said skiing is very easy.
It is.
And
Easier to learn.
I was like, you know what, that would be fun because
I'm gonna just
I was having
snowboard
fun.
next time just to prove a point.
I
That
would like
sounds
to
like
see
something
that.
that you would do.
I will be right behind you or in the forest. I don't know. But yeah, I was thinking about going today and just skiing because it was fun in that we planned on. This is the OpTic winter trip. Plan on doing this snowboarding video.
If you can't tell, we're all
OpTic,
wearing matching pajamas.
OpTic learns how to snowboard, ski, do all this shit, but I don't know if they're gonna come out with a video. I don't know how much footage we got. Half of it.
I just want to see you.
Three-fourths of us were
footage of you
completely
in the
failing.
tree.
Learns.
Did they get footage of you guys? Maybe
Dude,
this
they got
video will
you
have
know,
it.
you
They
want to
did.
know how
They
hard they
should
went?
carry the
Hang on.
video, and then it'll be us like falling and
I would
learning.
like to
Yeah,
rant
we're
for a
like
second
bloopers.
because everyone's heard Nick's pain, right? He fell in the forest. He laid on his
Dude,
back.
when
His tailbone hurts. All right, you hear me out.
They don't even
So,
get it.
Once we leave the
I'm
buddy
telling
soap,
you, it was dangerous.
No, it sounds
Like I
rough.
could have sued for millions after, but I'm not because I'm with OpTic. But like, I could have got a check for this shit.
You like signed the waiver. I watched you
I
sign
ain't
that's true.
sign-
You did
wait.
sign a waiver.
Yeah, but I could sue
Please,
OpTic, right?
please go. Please tell me
Okay,
your
anyways.
experience about skiing.
Okay,
and
No,
so-
it was
snowboarding.
fun.
After babysitting all you noobs, we leave the buddy slope, and
You guys
Austin
didn't even
looks
hang
at
out
us,
with us. Go
and
on,
he's like,
sorry.
"Finally, guys, you guys can shred."
Did he
Like,
really say
We're
that?
gonna snowboard, and we were also, cause first of all, it took us 3 hours. We sat just in the rental for 3 hours because it took so long to put the man in the Sasquatch suit, which is understandable. But I'm ADHD. I do
a
not
tight
sit
fit.
still for more than 10 minutes. So I was cooped up. I was like, all morning, I was like, I'm so excited. Like, I haven't snowboarded in 2 years. Like, I've been looking forward to this for weeks for this day, okay? And we get to the slope, and we have to do one shot. So the plan is that Sasquatch, my sister and I sit on the lift together. Austin, the cameraman, is on the lift in front, and he records us going up. We get the shot for the sponsor, and then we all get to snowboard happily ever after for the rest
Well,
of
it
the day.
took like 3, 4, 5 times to get the shot.
So, well, first
People
we had to
don't
wait.
know what goes into this shit.
No, they don't. First, Sasquatch had to get skis.
Poor
'cause they
Sasquatch,
wouldn't let him
first
go
of
with
all.
his
Let him in with
bare
his hairy
Sasquatch
feet.
feet. So that takes an hour. Then we go, and then Austin's not in front of us, and we have to keep shredding down the hill with Sasquatch. which
Shredding
poor,
down the
Poor
hill.
Sasquatch. He's skiing down this giant mountain dressed as a hairy monster.
Like
I
he
don't even
doesn't
know what
have
he's supposed to be.
gloves.
And
he doesn't have
He didn't have
gloves.
gloves, right?
No, no.
Did he?
Well,
And he didn't. Did
just
he have?
the suit.
He had
Did he have
his,
boots?
He had his hairy.
Just
no, he
his
had,
hairy
he had to swap
hands.
him out for ski boots
But
because they
it-
wouldn't let him take his Sasquatch toes in.
So he had ski boots.
Yes.
Ski
Yeah.
boots on, but like the
Yes.
rest of it was not made for
And
winter
it's a
weather.
big hill too.
Yep.
So first we do that pretty big size hill twice. We still don't get the shot. At this point, Alex gives up, and it's just me and Sasquatch.
I
And we
didn't
go
give
on a
up.
bigger
I was
lift.
just so cold.
Yes, she didn't give up. She was cold, right? And then you know the lift that we did today, the one that the first time you got it, you're like, wow, it just kept going. It felt like forever. We ride that
do.
one with Sasquatch. I swear that lift ride is like 10 minutes just going up.
That's how I felt leaving the bunny slope. Proceed.
Yeah, well, this was a real one.
So
And
you
yeah.
guys did the blue yesterday, the one that we did a bunch
With
today. You
Sasquatch,
did it with
yeah.
Sasquatch. That's
After
cool.
3 hours of
Yep.
Sasquatching around.
And poor Sasquatch was so cold.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah.
But you guys made friends with him. He was
Well,
nice.
we
He didn't
knew-
fucking
we
talk
sat
to
on- we
me.
spent hours
Cold
together
when
on the
you
lift.
broke
I had
character.
to.
He didn't break character at all with
But
me.
it's
broke
a
with me.
15-minute chairlift, so like you,
So
he
you
can't
need
just
to.
be.
Yeah,
Is
I
it really
sat
that
next to him
long?
silently for.
He actually was like that the first chairlift.
Oh.
Then
He
we
didn't
knew
break
he was
the-
our. It was the second chairlift that he was like, yeah, I guess it is kind of cold.
My guy's Sasquatch.
What's funny is when they
breaking the
see
mold.
how realistic this Sasquatch looked.
I know.
And he tried so hard
He
playing
didn't
that
break
character.
for hours until the third,
What's
second
crazy?
chairlift.
His eyes were exposed the whole day. It was like flurrying.
so sad.
It was 2 degrees.
He didn't have goggles.
He had no
No.
goggles.
Damn.
No.
I
We should've
just
All
put
the
the man in
videos,
goggles.
his little eyes just look so sad.
We should have put the man in
Yeah,
goggles.
all of us pull up to the ski place. Sat this realistic. Lord knows how much the suit costs,
40 grand.
or how much,
Way.
how long
Did
it
he
took
tell you
to,
that?
That's what I heard.
No
how long it took
way.
to get dressed.
Because
Because we were waiting there.
That's. I mean,
Our
that was
group
the big
was
holdup.
raging at you guys. We
were all
thought
like little
someone was
crackheads,
fucking
like,
up.
we can't wait any
I mean,
longer.
dude, it was literally us sitting there. Alex was asleep on her jackets.
She fell
was
asleep.
laying
We were
down.
raging.
You know
Yeah,
the little.
we were like,
were
someone's
bouncing
fucking
off the
choking.
walls.
She was laying down
She
on her
does
comfort
that.
It
jacket
was so
sleeping.
hot. I fell asleep.
I didn't blame you at all.
Yeah.
But we were sitting there, and it was Matt and Sasquatch in the bathroom together. I'll leave the rest up to you about what happened in there. But he eventually got dressed, and they got him out.
Oh, I don't know, man. Fucking, we were sitting there for. I think you guys got there before us. We go in, we get our shit right away, like real quick, and then we were just waiting on you guys. You guys pulled up 2.5 hours later with Sasquatch. He walks in just playing character the entire
The biggest
time.
celebrity of the town, first of all. At some point, I asked him, I'm like, this was on the third chairlift when he started opening up about life and stuff.
That's big.
I was like, Sasquatch, are you tired of people asking for photos with you? And he looks at me, he's like, grr.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He pulled up on us, and it was like, "Yo, Sasquatch."
Yeah, no,
Not
he just
didn't
growled
say
all
a
day.
word.
But can you
growled
imagine being
all
at
day.
a ski lodge and then Sasquatch walks in? That's a dream.
Yeah, imagine
what?
seeing Sasquatch
Is-
skiing.
Okay, wait. Where are you guys from again? Like originally?
Canada.
Romania.
Is Bigfoot Sasquatch like as big of a thing up there? I would imagine it'd be more of a thing.
People know about him.
Okay. I feel like
Gets around.
you're up in Colorado in the mountains and the trees, and then you see Sasquatch
No, I
on
know.
skis. That's a celebrity.
Yeah.
You know when I knew he broke? Because people loved seeing
Like
him in the
emotionally
mountain.
broke.
Like, huh? When
Sorry,
Sasquatch,
no, go
like
on.
people loved seeing him. Like
Yeah.
they'd get
He
so
was a-
excited. They start waving. and,
Someone is like, "Can you
begging to take
twerk for the
photos."
video?" And he
Like,
was like,
and
"Oh,
he-
girl."
And yeah, poor Sasquatch, he was giving him the show of his life.
sad.
But at some point, like,
is that so sad?
yeah, this was like 4 hours in after we had been like skiing all day,
It was
and we still
so
didn't get the
cold.
shot. Like, he couldn't take another photo.
Hey, he did the thing though. He had red knuckles by the end of it.
Oh,
Sasquatch
God.
I
was-
met the man behind the
he
mask.
was the
at
trooper
end.
of the
Did
day.
you? Was he okay?
He was okay, but he was very red.
Oh,
He was very red, but he
Yeah,
did
no,
his thing.
Yeah, we were the one
We were all
at
like,
the
"Thanks,
peak,
Sasquatch."
the top of the mountain. Austin and I are ripping off his little hairy hands. and like, first of all, those things are buttoned in really well.
Yeah.
And like, I'm trying to balance.
Well, for
and
$40,000.
then we're like
You'd
putting
hope
new
so.
gloves and his hands were so cold. Like, I had to shake the hand warmers and like we're like huddling our hands together. And like finally, I see his human hands. Like it was like the weirdest.
It's gonna
like,
turn into the
experience of my
saddest
life.
commercial
Poor
ever.
little Sasquatch. That like, did he get a check? He got a
He's-
check.
Oh yeah,
he
from
was
got-
someone.
6'5".
Yeah, you know, he gets paid well.
He's
He gets paid well.
6'5", 6'6". He's in the freezing cold, no gloves. No, I can't believe he didn't have goggles.
He shredded on the skis though. Honest.
Yeah, no, he was
loved
good.
that.
He
I
full
think
on
he
did
he
the-
really enjoyed that.
yeah. Apparently, it
I
skied
don't-
for like 3 years.
Well, when
His
the
roommate
skiers
was a
tuck the
ski
poles
instructor.
in to the side and then get that really juicy angle, that's how I know they got it like that. And
Wait, what
Sasquatch had it like that.
oh.
You know, like when they like tuck
Yeah,
the
I
poles
did that
back
a little bit
and they get
today.
that real streamline angle.
Yeah, he was doing
Sasquatch
that.
was doing that. So
Yeah, no, he was very good on the
Poor
snow.
little Sasquatch.
Yep.
All right, Matt Craig's
Oh,
yelling
you're
at me. We got to take an ad break real quick. We'll be right back. Continue this convo. I don't know what's going on. We're going to get everyone in here. Ad break real quick. Be right back. What's up, guys? Hope you're enjoying the podcast. Happy holidays, everyone. But real quick, we got to get into some sponsors. Of course, none other than Manscaped. 'Tis the season for clean balls. Our friends at Manscaped are helping you clear your driveway for safe travels this holiday. From stocking stuffers to white elephants, Manscaped products are at the top of every wish list. Grab some crop mops for your pops or the body buffer for the holiday lover. Win this year's white elephant gift and help all of the men in your life go from eggnog to nice hog this December and save 20% off. Free shipping by going to manscaped.com/optic. That's 20% off plus free shipping by going to manscaped.com/optic. Guys, you know me, big fan, shaving the balls, keeping them nice and clean. Manscaped couldn't have better help than these guys right here. Manscaped is a one-stop shop for all your holiday needs. They have the perfect gift in a Platinum Package 4.0 plus loads of little presents perfect for stocking stuffers. What better holiday gift than giving the gift of good hygiene and a few laughs? Manscaped offers a handful of their liquid formulation shampoos, body washes, upstairs, downstairs deodorants, gels, exfoliants, absolutely everything they could need to keep it clean. Don't let their chestnuts roast in the wrong boxers. Get them a pair of Manscaped boxers specifically made to keep the area cool and provide holiday comfort all year round. Now that you've gifted them the perfect privates, go beyond the grown with Manscaped's full body product line. Dad has nasty nose hairs, which sometimes I do. Luckily, they're blonde. Save his life with the Weed Whacker nose and ear hair trimmer. The Shears 2.0 is their full kit for nail care with scissors, clippers, tweezers, and a file for the traveling man like myself. There's the new Preserve Cologne that brings a light, breezy, woodsy feel and gives that fresh tree scent even after Christmas is over. Smell like a man. Still using a loofah, introducing the body buffer. Well, loofahs actually hold bacteria from dead skin, which I've recently just learned. Help them throw out that disgusting old loofah and get the body scrubber that feels smoother but acts tougher. Lastly, top off the stocking with the crown jewel for their family jewels, the Lawnmower 4.0. You guys got to know this by now. The Lawnmower 4.0, the electric razor's advanced skin-safe technology, is a life changer and known for reducing nicks and cuts on his Santa sack. Manscaped is here to make holiday shopping a blast by giving products they'll love and make them laugh. True. So, save 20% off plus free shipping by going to manscaped.com/optic. That's right, 20% off plus free shipping by going to manscaped.com/optic. Manscaped, for a perfect gift that will be the holiday's biggest hit. Go to manscaped.com/optic to get 20% off plus free shipping. Next, another supporter of the stream, we got our sponsor, Shopify. Can we talk about notifications for a second? Who actually leaves those sounds on anymore? Well, besides that, that's another sale on Shopify, the all-in-one commerce platform to start, run, and grow your business. Shopify makes it simple to sell to anyone from anywhere. Whether your thing is vintage cheese or recipes for ghee, start selling with Shopify and join the platform, simplifying commerce for millions of your favorite businesses worldwide. With Shopify, you'll create an online store in your vibe, discover new customers, and grow the following that keeps them coming back. Shopify has all the sales channels sorted so your business keeps growing. From an in-person POS system to an all-in-one e-commerce platform, even across social media platforms like TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. And thanks to 24/7 support and free libraries full of educational content, Shopify's got you every step of the way. It's how every minute new sellers around the world make their first sale with Shopify, and you will too. This might be what I have to use when I start selling BTH protein and whatever else I can think of. Once I get shredded and start my fitness business, might have to hit up Shopify. Shopify makes selling simple so you can put yourself and your ideas out there, like the BTH fitness program I'm coming out with in 2023. Whether your thing is making ebooks or earrings or selling BTH protein, Shopify makes your success possible. When you're ready to launch your thing into the spotlight, do it with Shopify, the commerce platform backing millions of businesses down the street and around the globe. Go on, try Shopify for free and start selling anywhere. Sign up for a free trial at shopify.com/optic, all lowercase. That's shopify.com/optic. Go to shopify.com/optic to start selling online today. Say it one more time, shopify.com/optic. This podcast is also brought to you by BetterHelp. Do you guys ever wish that your life came with a user manual? Like back when I got dropped from the Halo team, didn't know what to do, went to a spiraling depression, then somehow came out of it in 2021. Well, BetterHelp can help you. Besides a life user manual, BetterHelp online therapy is basically the next best thing. Unfortunately, life doesn't come with a user manual, so when it's not working for you, it's normal to feel stuck. Navigating any of life's challenges can make you feel unsure, whether it's a career change, a new relationship, or becoming a parent. Therapists are trained to help you figure out the cause of challenging emotions and learn productive coping skills, which makes therapy the closest thing to a guided tour of the complex engine called you. BetterHelp has connected over 3 million people with licensed therapists. It's convenient and accessible anywhere, 100% online. I've talked about it many times. I've been to therapy. I think one of the best things for me was therapy, especially in rehab. We used therapy. It was basically a daily thing. It helps so much. I'm a big advocate for it. So if you need this sort of help, even if you don't know, I feel like even if you don't need this sort of help, I think it's good to at least try. Even you don't have to be depressed and hate life to just try something like this. I think it's just just a tool, just a good tool in life. I don't know what it is about therapy. I think it's just something, being able to, all right. So when I think about telling people anything, I think about telling it to a therapist. I can't. Yeah, you can tell your mom or your family or your good friends, but something about telling someone like a therapist who it's not like it's a personal friend. It's like it's someone who's there to specifically help you. I feel like there's just this easiness, the opposite of uneasiness. There's this easiness when it comes to like just talking to a therapist. There's like this sort of like trust to where you feel like you can just talk about anything. They're not going to judge you. They've seen it all. They've heard it all. So yeah, big advocate for therapy, whether you think you need it or not. I think it's just really good to talk to someone, get it all out, get it off your chest. And yeah, I think everyone should do it. As the world's largest therapy service, BetterHelp has matched 3 million people with professionally licensed and vetted therapists, available 100% online. Plus, it's affordable. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to match with a therapist. If things aren't clicking, you can easily switch to a new therapist anytime. Couldn't it be simpler? No waiting rooms, no traffic, no endless searching for the right therapist. Learn more and save 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/optic. That's betterhelp.com/optic. So go to betterhelp.com/optic to get 10% off your first month. Last but not least, this podcast is also brought to you by BitRefill. If you want to spend Bitcoin or other crypto into the best brands without using exchanges and banks, how would you do it? On bitrefill.com, you can convert Bitcoin, USDT, USDC, ETH, and more into digital gift cards without creating an account. And you can get at least 6% back in Bitcoin by applying the code OPTICGAMING on checkout. Get a guaranteed 6% back on your crypto with BitRefill. Use code OPTICGAMING to convert crypto on bitrefill.com, where you can convert your crypto into digital gift cards without creating an account. Remember to use code OPTICGAMING to get that guaranteed 6% back. Let's get back to the podcast. Yo, Matt, yell at them real quick. Let's get this on the podcast, though.
Yeah.
Watch, Matt's
yell
gonna-
at him, Matt.
Ooh.
I love that you yelled at the people playing chess, not talking.
The chess are silently playing.
Just had to see you
shout
guys.
at them
Everyone
like the
listening,
ones
you
with
don't
the
know the real Matt Craig.
That was Big
This
Daddy
guy's a
energy.
fucking.
I like that a lot.
If shit needs
They're
done,
the people in the office, not the quiet chess players in the kitchen.
Dude, they've been playing chess for like 2 hours.
I know, I respect
That's
it.
actually really funny.
I want you guys to like spectate them and.
No.
I just,
No.
I
No, you
turn
don't.
into
Nah.
too, I want people to have fun.
I want to play more Smosh.
See, I'm
Smash.
not. I used to think like that.
Mosh.
Smash.
Something about me, I've
Smash.
changed. Something's not right with me lately. I'm very
How
negative.
did we get here?
Wait, no, yeah, we should talk.
Wait, no,
What
hang
podcast-
on.
Okay, so
what
negative.
Optic
I
movie
think-
night?
I
Yeah,
think
wait.
he's-
What were you guys
This is our
saying?
last night at the Optic Winter Trip. We're in Breckenridge, Colorado. We've talked about skiing and snowboarding. We talked about. Did we talk about beer pong at all night one?
There was really
We had a
nothing
good time. We had a couple
eventful.
drinks. You
No, I'm
guys
kidding.
dethroned George and I.
Hitch
We-
got
we ran the
absolutely
gauntlet.
hammered. He's been hungover since.
Yeah, he literally.
This is why. This
That
is why
night
you
he
guys
died.
have
Got
altitude
He
sickness.
just
what
walked
it is.
back
Haven't
into
seen
his.
him
He
since.
stood. I've seen him for I would say 30 seconds total this weekend.
30 seconds. It was a good 30
I
seconds.
like
though.
that he comes up occasionally to remind us that he's here,
I'm
and then
alive.
he just
Just,
goes back
hey.
and slumbers.
Hey guys. And he came down. He made an appearance last night where you guys were playing Super Smash Bros. In the
Yeah.
corner, eating cookie dough. That sounded
And
fun.
singing.
And singing.
Yeah.
You know, those
It
three
was
go really
fun.
well
We
together.
had a lot of fun.
That's good. I'm glad
Wait, this
you guys
was
had a
last
good
night. I missed that.
Yeah, no.
I was exhausted.
Yeah, I
'cause
know.
I
You
got
guys have been
beat.
falling asleep.
I got beat up hard on those slopes. I was.
We know,
Wait,
Nick.
can you
we
tell
know.
us again
I don't know
about
if
when
I
you were
mentioned
here?
that.
Nobody wants
yet.
to hear it again.
I don't know if I mentioned that.
By this
So
time,
yeah,
the audience is
when
like
I got
10
to the green
times.
slope, no, I'm just kidding.
And to talk about the elephant in the room, we did white elephant, and you got a Gucci beanie, and
Yeah,
the rest
what
of us got little trinkets that looked like
No,
we bought them
they-
from Hot
And
Topic.
we got a
No,
Gucci
I got
beanie.
it, and she's been wearing it all day. And she also has the speaker.
Yeah, Nick
and
trolled.
what did we get?
You trolled.
No, I don't.
You trolled.
I
you
gave
sold.
Jorge
I could
some
go get
socks.
what I got.
You can.
Because
Go
what
get
I
it.
got might
Go
be
get it.
worth more than
It's
that.
like right
What
there.
you
Gucci.
got
No, it
is
is.
very
No,
special.
it honestly looks really nice.
You
with
got the
signature.
If
only
there's a
sentimental
Botez
gift.
fan out there, in that
It's the guy with the cat ears.
95% male category and wants to, I got
Whoa,
something.
the 95%
You're
male
just
is just
gonna
all of
sell
chess.
us
We
off
actually
like
have more
that?
females than most chess
I thought this
streamers.
was special
Are-
to you. It has all your friends.
Oh, you
on
thought
there.
I was keeping this?
Wait, you're really auctioning
You're
this
really
off?
gonna sell it?
What else would
You
I
need
do
to
with
give
it?
this an OpTic fan because it has everybody.
Yeah, they'll pay for it.
No, you should. This thing in 10 years is gonna be worth a lot
That's
more.
true,
It's gonna age like
actually.
fine.
Is this an
fine
invest?
wine.
See, I'm a
I would
genius.
save
I watched
that.
you do math.
I thought about it.
You were
That
like,
was
okay,
so
Gucci
funny.
beanie's $340.
Well, I thought about
if
it,
I
I was-
get this signed by 8 creators and sell it in
One
4
of them's
years
gonna
from
He's
pop
now.
really a
up.
Well, it
hustler.
went deeper than
Yeah.
that. I was like, shit could hit the fan very quickly. I could have to. OpTic could end. Or
That's what you were thinking about.
He's thinking about all of this during
I just
White
make up
Elephant.
a whole new life in my head.
Yeah.
Like I'm no longer in OpTic. Somehow I'm in Colorado. I'm about 15 minutes down the road. I'm in a trailer park. I'm paying $400 a month, but I have this.
It was a 2-hour drive.
But I have
here,
this.
as you guys know.
Yeah.
Every trailer park he passed, he asked us what we thought the rent would be.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
Why
Every
would you
single
not
one.
want to
lying.
know?
When-
I know you guys are blessed and shit, but like where I'm from in the fucking hood of Hagerstown,
No,
Maryland,
okay. The reason I'm laughing is because I don't see you going into that position. You're obviously
You just wouldn't have good enough
I-
internet.
wait, what?
like, you know what? I don't want to compliment you anymore. I did the first
All
time,
right, well,
and I
fuck.
didn't get. So you know what? We're not gonna do it again. But I think you'll be just fine.
Well,
And you've got a
If.
really great memento for
but
the weekend.
see how my brain works is like if.
But you
shit
could, or
hits
you
the
could just
fan.
enjoy it, you know?
I did the math. I'm like, I'm not getting that Gucci hat. I don't give a shit about the speaker. I have my own. So what's the next best thing? It's definitely.
I actually thought
Well, you
it
guys
would be
will.
nice
You guys
if
will
we
see on
regifted
the
it.
on the white elephant video. But
It was the most calculated game of White
I
Elephant
don't
I've
know
ever seen.
what.
We should
Bro,
regift it for a charity stream.
We took a 20-minute like cut break in between that.
Oh, it wasn't a cut.
Yeah, we'll see how much they use.
was the
from
bulk
that.
of the video.
it wasn't a cut.
But we were like kind of trying to figure out the rules, and it was like, no, since you wanted to keep that, like that, it's over now. And then George is stuck with socks. He's like, you're really gonna end it on this? Like,
George
no,
flew to
there's,
Colorado and
there's
get
no
an
way
8-pack
it
of
ends
socks.
now.
I mean, to be fair, Hitch flew to Colorado and then stayed in his room for 2 days.
That is
Poor
true.
Hitch.
George at least got some socks.
Poor Hitch, because it's not like Hitch. Poor guy,
Hey,
because he
hey.
loves this shit. He lives for this shit.
Aw.
But I don't know how much they're gonna include from the white elephant. But it was a 20-minute discussion, which
was.
I thought was off camera. But I guess I was mic'd up, so
You know,
they'll use what
it's
they
all
want.
right.
But
you
it
know,
became
everyone walked
bro,
out with
I
what
was
they
getting
wanted to.
peer pressured. George was stuck with socks. He was like,
Sure.
I can't end like this. But I'm like, doing the math. If I try to get I can't get the Gucci hat. If I try to get the speaker, someone's gonna steal it from me. You have some Atari shit. I don't care about that.
It was pretty cool.
Lucid has
He's got a Pikachu waffle maker.
yeah. Don't give
the
a
odds
shit
of
about
that going home in the plane are 0.
But then George did have those low cut Hanes socks.
Did.
So I thought about it. I did make
The low cut.
I did make one 10-second. I had a 10-second thought of like, wait a sec, those could go. 'Cause, I mean, this is Blake and Hitch, and I don't live, laugh, love.
Yeah,
I don't,
Hitch
I
is
don't know
Mr.
if it's
Tumnus.
gonna-
I don't actually know who I am.
But maybe in 10 years, this could go for something.
I think so.
I don't
think
know.
Just on their signatures alone, I
It-
think
it
we're off to
That's what I'm
symbolizes,
saying. I'm
like-
Good. We're off to a
there's
good start.
gotta. Do you have crazy fans?
Not in the good way.
Yeah, yeah. You don't want to know
There's-
about that
If
side.
they're in
Don't
if
talk
it's in a
about
good
them.
way, it's not crazy.
Like-
Crazy has to be a bad way, I think. So you do.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, pretty.
What? Can we talk about that?
There
What-
were women
what
on the internet.
I don't
has,
even know. I
has
don't
something
think we can.
happened?
I don't think we can. I don't know. Can we?
Or you don't
not.
have to talk about what happened.
I mean,
but
it's
is it
quite
like
the
a
juicy stories.
all right. Well, you
But
can
no, I mean,
talk
I
about the
can't
story
even
if you
say.
want.
I can't say like a word about it. Pretty much.
Okay.
I've never talked about it, but I don't know if we can.
Is it like a?
I mean-
Is it a chess fan?
No, it's
thing?
like this stalker
We have
dude.
a lot of stalkers.
I think that's unfortunately how
But
it
it's
goes,
the
which
norm for
sucks.
women.
I hate it.
It's
in
the
scene.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably really well. I'm sure it's the same in every sort of like category, but I look at it in like a. Well, I don't even know if I'd put you guys in like esports, but like the
Okay,
You're not
roasted.
no, but I'm saying like the internet.
Excuse me.
We're
the-
on OpTic.
I'm just thinking like internet famous. I don't. I don't really know how to put it.
I feel like influencers.
Because I don't know if they're like, because it's not like
no,
a.
that's what they call. That's what people
That's
call
influencer.
influencers.
TikTok creator.
If I am
Or
in the car
content
with an Uber
creators.
driver,
But
and
it's
talk to me,
probably-
he's like, so you guys are
I say I'm
influencers.
a
like,
creator,
yeah,
a
dude.
It's probably
content
not like
There
crazy
it is.
chess fans.
What do you guys
right?
like going by?
It's probably
Chess. Grant, are you? Wait, hold on.
Does-
I know nothing about chess ranks, and I'm just gonna go back for
It's
1
not
second.
the chess
Do you guys
fans
have
that are
I'm
What
a
are your-
master.
a master? And what
Oh,
are you?
Sorry, we're having two different conversations.
I just realized that you guys
We'll
were
get-
She's
we'll
an
get
would
to
have a rank,
experts.
an expert and a master. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool. See, from the COD scene, we don't even have a rank system right now, so you guys are way better
Oh,
off than
yeah.
us. You guys have had a rank
Probably
system for like probably
What
300
Alex is
years.
in chess and COD.
So are the, because it is kind of weird how the influencers, or I don't fucking know what you want me to call you guys, whatever you guys are,
Master and expert.
No,
when,
please don't call us
Yeah, that's
that.
probably worse.
That's insulting.
because I'm sure
That's why I
the
like chess player. It's just easier.
I'm sure the weirdness isn't coming from like just the chess side.
It's coming
It's
from
like
being a
the- it-
female
some-
streamer on Twitch.
yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah, it's very common. Like, I mean, and it's widely known on the internet.
Did you-
Insane stories.
How much of a, not fan base, or maybe fan base, but like before you got, were you guys like popular at all before you got on Twitch?
Like
In
in
like the
school.
chess, no, like, I don't, in like the chess
what
world,
lunch table did you sit at?
in like the chess world, or like, were you guys known at all on the
That's a
internet
good
besides
question, actually. I don't
Twitch?
think that's ever been asked. Alex, you can go.
Not really. I had a few random photos where I was playing chess that would go viral before Twitch.
Photos?
It was really weird. I was in college and like they kept popping up on Reddit, and it was on like the front page and on this subreddit called Gentleman Boners. So I thought it was
Oh.
really uncomfortable. Because basically I had started a Facebook page where I'd post chess content when I was in high school because I wanted to get students to make money somehow. And that's where I would source a lot of my students. And granted, most of them were a little bit crazy. But it worked, you know, it did what
Light
it
at the
had
end
to.
of the tunnel. Yeah.
And so in that sense, it got actually the attention of like chess.com, and they reached out to me because of that page. And I did get invited to like quite a few tournaments because of that, since there was not a lot of people who were social. But in terms of like, did people know you because you're actually good chess players, or were you guys like girls who play chess? You know, it was more the latter, where it's like you have a personality and you become famous. But it's also kind of similar to like the other big chess creators. For example, Agar Mador was the biggest chess YouTuber, and he was like slightly lower rated than I was at chess, but he was incredible at explaining, and he was really popular. So it's more of a personality thing.
I think a lot of times,
Yeah.
I mean, in the esports side of things, a lot of that kind of has the same trajectory in terms of it's not always the absolute best player who makes the best content. But I
Yeah.
think you guys have done an obviously incredible job of, you know, bringing that to the masses, and hopefully girls too.
And I actually think that's been a really cool thing about chess creators, because for most chess players, you can't make it because you're just not going to be that good. And even if you are that good, it's really, really bad in terms of the compensation and just not having stability. But now there's so many chess players who are incredible chess players, just not world class, that can make a living.
Is chess considered a board game?
Yeah.
Would you say it's your favorite board game? Because like imagine just like apples to apples is your favorite after all this time.
No, chess is my favorite
Candyland?
board game. Yeah.
Can you
Candyland?
I don't really
crazy.
like board games. Alex
I
always
love
tries
board
to make me
games.
play
so
board games.
I do try, and she
I
always
try to
quits
avoid
on
them
me.
at all costs.
I like.
just don't
Do you
have
like
patience.
Life, where you like spin it and you get to choose your career?
I have played that before.
Oh, you hit the dentist and it's just like no one can stand a chance anymore.
I only like games though when there's like some kind of stakes, if it's casual.
Okay.
Have you always been like that?
We've always been a gamblers, pretty much.
Yeah, because my dad used to make us bet whenever we
Yeah,
play
our-
chess.
Yeah.
Well,
It all
yeah, I
started
mean,
Make
if
with
it
our
you
worth
dad.
guys were
something.
tag teaming, you know, old men in New York.
Yeah, I
and
know,
hustling
exactly,
them When you were
exactly.
8.
But
Fits.
I think it messed me up a little bit because I can't enjoy games unless I see something on the line. So the first day I saw OpTic was playing What Do You Meme, I was like, no stakes, can't play.
Yeah, and I kept trying to put stakes.
That did kind of go shit.
Yeah, that's
that
what
was-
I'm saying. If there were
It
stakes,
didn't, I
would've been
thought
a
it
lot
would
more
be
competitive.
hilarious, but it did not work out.
I
that
do
great.
like a game with like rigid rules, where it's like
Okay.
if it's kind of like up to whatever and it's
No,
like
people need
subjective.
to try.
No, someone needs to win and
Respect the
someone needs to
rules. Yep.
lose.
Yep.
Is that why you like chess so much? Because it's like if you lose, you know if you lose, you know you did something wrong.
Yep. Yeah, but that's also why I like poker, because if you lose money.
You
It
won like a
hurts.
crazy
Yeah,
amount
but
of money
like
playing
poker is
recently,
more of a
didn't you?
gamble than chess.
It is more of a gamble, but it's also one of those
You
games.
are a little poker fiend
well,
with your little tournaments.
all I wanted to say about poker is
Little
like the best
tournaments.
poker
Wait, you
players
ca-
are the
can
ones
you
who are the
play?
best
You
in
can't
the
play.
world. So it is a luck game, but there are pros for a reason.
Yeah.
Play poker at all, Andrea?
I'm 20.
No, she can't.
They flew me out once to a poker tournament, and they told me I could play because it was supposed to be in Florida. And I was really excited, and I learned some theory, and I practiced, and then I got there, and they're like, you can't play because you're underage. So I have a couple
That's
more
sad.
months.
When you said chess.com, which was this crazy for you? I think you said chess.com invited you to something or to play something because you were like more social. Was that like crazy to you
Well-
that chess.com like reached out to you because of your Facebook shit?
Well, they wanted to start making chess
I
content.
just- Well, that's just how I don't know.
of all
I don't know what's wrong with me, man. I
No,
just
that was a
fucking,
good question.
yeah.
No, it was great.
This reminds me of when you were explaining white elephant rules and we were all confused.
Yeah. No, I mean, I didn't know the rules. I never played like growing up. I never played White Elephant.
No, I'm just
But-
teasing. It wasn't surprising because the stuff they wanted me to do was chess
It wasn't
content.
surprising.
It was chess
So
content.
were
so it
you
made
like
sense.
kind of big already, or not? I don't know. Kind of big.
No,
in
there was
chess?
just nobody who did chess content. So as far as that went, I was like, I
Wasn't-
understand
there
why.
were the I
Oh, I
feel
mean-
like the origin story, the chess bras had a big impact.
There was other streamers who also were the first ones who started streaming chess, but they weren't doing educational stuff or for other
Gotcha.
platforms. And that was one of the first streamers. So they were there. But the reason that I actually started making my own content rather than like doing other things was because chess.com saw the page and they're like, hey, come do this thing called Chess Center and we'll pay you. And I'm a college student. So I was like, whoa, get paid to talk about chess. Heck
Did
yeah.
you fly out for that?
No, because I could just do it from I filmed all of these from my dorm room.
Yeah.
So it was great.
Did you always feel social, or I'm sure you were?
Honestly,
When I think of chess, I think of nerds
Yeah.
who
Yep.
aren't that socially. You know what I'm saying?
I
Yeah,
know
you're
exactly
Not, you're not
what
the
you
first.
Did you always? Were you always a social person, or were you just like social in the chess world?
I think it was mostly social in the chess world because the standards in the chess world are so low. But I was also lucky because my generation of players, I had a lot of really close friends, and all of my close friends were actually super fun. But almost everybody else in the chess world was,
I mean, that's like the spirit of OpTic,
you know,
right?
Yeah.
I mean, call me crazy, but like, I mean, growing up, I was an OpTic fan. OpTic was the only cool org, and it was
Dude,
OpTic
this is
and
what I
FaZe.
tell everyone. I was a D1 athlete. I didn't give a shit about this. I was cool. No, I'm just kidding. I wasn't like none of
Gaming,
these people.
most of the time, it's pasty kids who have no social skills. They game, they're nasty.
This is the.
No one
That's why I
cares,
didn't
though.
like the chess community growing up. Because
It-
Alex at least had some cool chess friends. Like, she got really lucky. There were people
Were your
who were
chess
fun.
friends from like high school or internet?
Internet, well, more like international tournaments and internet. So then we'd go and we'd meet up at tournaments and we'd play chess, but
And
we'd
this
also
is
have
all
a fun
before
time.
Twitch.
This was all before Twitch. This was in high school and even middle school.
How many years was that, or when was Twitch?
I started streaming my college.
Like when did you graduate high school compared to when did you start Twitch?
I graduated high school in 2013 and I started Twitch in 2016 just as a
Okay.
hobby. And I went full time into it in 2019. And then I started dragging Andrea actually around 2019 to do some sister streams. Also, the videos of her are hilarious. She looks like a 12-year-old.
I mean, I was like 15, so
I know, but you
yeah.
look so young. It was so cute. And we'd
I
have these
was
little
young.
bets where it'd be like, we're going to play chess and the loser drinks water.
No,
And then
I was also like a little bitch, and like I was like, I'm not drinking 5 cups of water. That's dangerous.
That doesn't
And
sound
now
like
the
you at
stuff we
all.
do for videos, yeah. But I was, I was a little.
Little gremlin.
I was very shy on the internet.
I mean,
was
the sister stuff is cool. I
preachy.
mean, it's a cool dynamic anyway.
Yeah.
But you guys, I like how you play it up.
sister bets.
But you guys are actually
it's
like
because
kinda
we're very
tight.
competitive and we can't play games without wagers, so we just bet with each other all the time.
but sometimes we actually get tilted.
Oh yeah,
I was gonna say, is there? I think back to my childhood, and I have a brother who's like a year and some change older, and like he was never into the multiplayer, me versus you. I beat you. I'm the best. He was never into that. but I don't know. I always like got off on that on like the competition of like beating him. Were one of you like more competitive than the other, or was it always like
Most definitely, yeah. Well, okay, so
I feel
our
like
dad,
you were the more competitive.
Really?
And like
it was
really?
Definitely Alex.
Maybe it's just
but
really? Actually,
Yes.
it kind of makes
She
sense.
didn't play What Do You Mean because there was no prize.
Yeah, maybe it's the vocality, as I don't even know if that's a word, out of Andrea.
Well, I think it's because Andrea had a good run this trip, so it made it seem like she was more competitive.
Oh, are you talking about when we were playing games with each other?
It's probably just because
Or is it just 'cause I'm
maybe
more
because you're
aggressive?
louder. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
just because I'm more aggressive.
You're boxing and shit.
Yeah.
So I guess maybe that's just how I look at it. Have you guys ever put hands on each other or like got aggressive over?
Oh, we tried to fight as kids. I was obviously bigger, but then one time she sat on my face and farted, and I never touched her
Okay,
since.
and I
What
only
was-
learned that from her.
No,
So
I did not do that.
She
to
would
you.
lock me in the closet and fart.
Well,
so
I
I
thought
was
that
just
was
getting
strategic
revenge.
because then
I
she
mean,
I was a
Thank
little
you.
kid
With
trying to
it.
fend for myself.
Well,
Is
she,
this
she
over
was because she was
chess?
being annoying.
This is over chess?
No, we
or
would just argue over things as
Dumb
kids.
stuff.
Has it ever gotten bad
No.
over chess?
Over chess,
Like we just get really
no.
pissed at each other, especially when we're shit talking a lot. Like we get very tilted. And
Yeah,
it's hard when you're live because you're trying not to show
We were doing a
it.
little clip earlier, and you guys are just saying a little something, a little something, a little
Wait,
something.
what?
And it's
Little
like, we're
digs.
trying to get a clip here.
Wait, what
And
clip?
I'm not losing.
Wait, what?
Whenever I was
Oh.
like, I'm trying to throw down my hat, or I was
Oh, yeah,
like,
we were trying to stage.
no, I was like,
yeah.
Alex, just lose. And it's like, when you lose, I'm gonna throw down my hat or some shit. And then it's like, no, I don't. You were like, no, let's play it out, and we'll see
Oh, yeah,
who.
Can't
we were
lose on
both
purpose.
Well, we were shit talking a little bit at the beginning, so like I really wanted to beat her, and I didn't really try the first one. So the second one, we were getting kind of sweaty.
My favorite was when my dad tilted the shit out of Andrea
that's the
recently.
thing. That was one thing I wanted to mention. Like our competitiveness and our shit talking,
Our
it
dad.
all comes from our dad. And that's why I was gonna say I'm a little less competitive because she grew up with my dad and there's like constantly going at each other. And then I kind of had more hobbies other than chess, like
What are you trying to say, Andrea?
like
What, you're
I had a
well
life.
I
rounded?
had other outlets, you know. But Alex and Dad, they were just always like this. But now the more time I spend with her, it brings it out of me.
What was your dad? What was your dad? A chess?
He loves chess.
Was he
has-
good? Like really good?
He's a really good
You guys
teacher.
better than your
and he had a
dad?
chess club. Yeah.
We are better, but he was a good player. He was like 1800.
He
Okay.
so
yeah, that's about where I'm at.
Yeah, he would come
Yeah.
with us
I
to
have no
every
idea
single
what that
tournament.
means,
He
but-
knew everyone.
See, idiot.
Like he was the chess dad.
Why did he get you? Why did he get you guys into it so much? If he is 1800, does that mean your life is like
He just
in
really loved the
chess,
game.
No,
or
that
he
just
just
means
kind of
you,
liked it?
you just kind of like it. He just liked the game and wanted to teach us stuff. And then we both had good results early on. So then he found something, and he would always, whenever we'd want to do other things, like I really liked gymnastics, he'd say, "Do you think you'll ever be good at anything else as good as you are at chess?" And I'd be like, "I don't know, Dad." Then stick to chess.
And he was right.
And that's why
He said that to
we
me
stuck
too.
to chess.
That
What-
is quite an influence.
Yeah.
What else would you want to do?
I really liked dance growing up.
I
liked
love
sports.
gymnastics.
What kind of dance?
All types, like hip hop, jazz,
Ballet.
ballet. But my parents couldn't afford classes, so I was never really good. And then I really liked track, but they couldn't. I had too many chess tournaments. Like I really liked music. I played piano. I had a lot of hobbies I really liked, but they were all too expensive, and
Chess
I
was
couldn't go to them because I
relatively
had to
cheap.
practice chess. Yeah, chess is a cheap sport. They just
if
drive
your-
you
if your dad
20 minutes
teaches
to
you, you're
Portland Chess
chilling.
Club,
Yeah.
and it's a $5 entry fee, and you play all weekend.
But it doesn't pay like
No,
that,
it doesn't. No.
Is there, or when you look at like chess tournaments and stuff, would you? Is the person who is running the chess tournament sort of like cashing out, and all the chess players are just like, we're addicted to chess, but we love it so much we're almost playing for free and we're getting fucked, and this needs change? Is there like some kind of revolution happening?
Honestly, most chess organizers, the
Because
chess
I feel like
world-
chess is popping.
Yeah, but
right now.
everybody gets fucked. That's the
chess
thing. Chess
revolution
organizers
is
don't have a lot of money, and they give the money to attract top players. And then chess players also usually don't have a lot of money, so they're not going to pay a lot.
I
So it's
don't
just
know
one of those
how,
things where
though.
there's not a lot of money unless you're one of the top 10 in
Being
the
an
world.
artist.
When I think of chess, I think of like really classy guy in a sweater.
Yeah, that is.
But that's
outside
not
of a
that's not
coffee
the
shop.
guy who goes
That's
to
what
play
you
at a
see in the
chess
media.
tournament. When you go at the chess tournament,
It's the fucking guy that you never spoke to, and
I don't want to call
I
this
don't
one
fucking-
guy out,
let
but
me
it's
act
been
like
on my
I
head.
know.
One of my friends went back to play a tournament, and his opponent was scratching his face the entire time and like putting it in his ear and then licking it, and
I had
then
a
in his
teammate
nose,
that
and
used to
then
go like
ear.
this.
And
when he would
yeah.
die in Halo, he'd go like this.
Yeah.
That's not even bad. compared to-
And also he knew he was on camera. So maybe it was a technique, but that's kind of more of what you expect. It's not really the classy
So-
people. It's the people who really like chess can be more even chess bums where they just really love it and they get
Yeah.
addicted to it.
yeah.
Is someone taking
man.
advantage of that?
What
Like
way?
because I understand how people can be addicted to chess, and chess is like a universally known thing, a universally known game. But every time I hear about chess or like chess tournaments or like chess pros or chess grandmasters, they're not rich or they don't. Why?
Yeah, if you
why
want
is
to make
that?
money in chess, you basically have to teach or do other stuff. The way that I've seen
Like,
people take
yeah.
advantage is like they start these huge chess schools or they start their own tournaments with their own rating system and then they make
But
a lot.
why?
Or educational sources online.
Because parents are willing to pay for their kids to do chess classes and play in tournaments, even if they're not going to become elite players.
But why aren't the people winning the tournaments or like close to? Why aren't they getting? Is the prize money shit?
Prize money is shit unless you're
Why?
top in the world because there's just not enough sponsors. I mean, there's a lot of things that went into this for a while. Like the International Chess Federation was really bad at attracting sponsors. They were so bad at attracting sponsors that the only sponsor
God.
they got for the women's chess championship was a breast enlargement company.
Yeah.
But it was also
Not
like, hey,
great.
at least there's money, you
Right.
know,
Something.
something.
I
And
mean,
I was
gaming has not
Yeah.
had its share. We definitely had its share of very
Bro.
questionable sponsorships.
yeah. No,
mean,
but
you
honestly,
lived
like,
through
at
the-
least they
when
did-
You lived
I
through the
played through
gamer
the
glove
shit-
era.
Yeah, I was. I've been going to Halo tournaments since like 2007, early 2007. I went pro in 2008, and then I was pro till like 2017. But like when I was playing, there was no salaries. It was like you show up and you play in this whatever. It could be just some ballroom. It could be some big event, whatever. But you just show up and play. But it's like now that I'm looking back at it, it's like the owner of that who was running it and like a few of the people under him, they cashed out. And it's like the players, no one got shit. The people who were like actually entertaining it, like even like some of the top pros, like
you guys have a lot of viewers watching.
I don't know. I don't know the viewer count for back then. I'm assuming it was pretty good or like somewhat. I mean, streaming that shit now is obviously a lot different and it's a lot better now. But like back then, I'm assuming the numbers were almost the same because Halo 3 was really popular. I don't know if you guys know anything about like Halo or anything. But like the people who were like running this shit, it seems like they have money somehow, but it's like all the players weren't getting shit. And I was pretty much in that era. I kind of look at it like the NBA, to where it's like I was in like the 60s and 70s, whereas like these guys are putting on a show, sort of like the owners are cashing out, and then now esports is sort of graduated to like now people have salaries, and it's like there's sort of, I mean, you could say insane money, but I don't know. I feel like the players always kind of get screwed over because it's like sort of something they love. And I feel like it's probably the same for chess because like the players actually love it. So it's like regardless of the prize money, they're going to play it.
I think chess definitely shares that with other games, but it was the game where you wouldn't really have an audience for it. So there wasn't a way to make money off of chess except for entry fees, but most of the entry fees would go towards, you know, the prize money, the hotel, paying arbiters, things like that. So it's just really hard to juice out that much money because it's just the chess players themselves actually paying. But what I did want to say, similar how you mentioned that it's gotten better right now, it has also gotten a lot better for chess, where now there are esports teams that are signing chess players. You know, maybe there'll be things like a professional league in the future. Now there's actually a lot bigger opportunities because people actually watch chess, so that's changed everything. But before people watched chess, there was just very little money.
Was it Twitch?
It was the pandemic, actually.
Really?
Yeah, when the pandemic happened.
Is that 2020 was the year it like flipped to where? Yeah, because I don't feel like I heard about it.
Yeah.
Or didn't.
Yeah, it was
Not
the pandemic,
cared,
and
I
chess.com
was never
had these
into it.
crazy stats about like people doubling new users every single day, and then chess viewership on Twitch 10x. But it was also kind of happening in terms of the chess.com viewers, because people were staying home and it's just the world's most popular game, and now people need more games to play. So I think that's why it started, because then Queen's Gambit happened like 6 months after the pandemic, and it helped boost things, but we had already seen the spikes before.
I joined. So all right, I was pro in 2008. There was never salaries. Like there was these teams, they had sponsors. No one fucking ever had salaries, anything. There was like shit prize money. And then I sort of like retired in like 2017, and that's sort of the year everyone started getting salaries. And then it started
Bad
off
year to retire.
yeah, dude. We could, that's a whole new podcast. Like Jesus Christ,
That's why he's thinking
the
about
amount of
Barbie
things I
rents.
look back on, and I'm just like, fuck, man.
Oh,
Fucking, that's a whole different podcast. But to 2017, I stopped. And then it sort of started up, at least in Halos, like people were getting like $500 a month just to like play. And it's like, you look at that now and it's like, huh? Like how the fuck, what the fuck's $500 a month? But then it's like within like 3 years, went from like 500 to people, Halo pros now are probably getting like 6 to 10 to 15K, depending on like what your personality is and like how much you bring to the team or whatever. But I guess it's that happened in like 2017, where it's like the salaries and the sponsors or whatever started happening, and it's sort of like the players sort of forced organizations to be like, I'm not joining your org unless you pay us this much.
Do you think it's going to continue like this, or do you think
I think
there's
it's
been
gonna
some kind of
continue like that.
inflation?
I think it's going to continue like that. And I'm wondering if it's going to happen for chess, because chess is like more newer as far as like spectators. So I'm wondering if it's going to like, because I see, well, I don't know. There's not really, chess is like so singular where it's like you're just that one person. So
Well,
it's
I feel
not like a team
They
thing.
brought like
but-
grandeur into esports. Like now I can go and watch people play Apex Legends at my home stadium where the Carolina Hurricanes play, and I can go watch people play Apex in the PNC Arena. Similar to chess, I mean, you're about to do an event that you're going to play chess.
Yeah, chess has definitely broken into popular culture a lot less than gaming,
Sure.
though. So that's why, like you were saying, chess
like this
is really
probably broke out
behind.
in
You
like
guys are
2020, and now it's like,
Yeah.
it's going to be on that.
Exactly. It's
Chess-
like chess is like
Chess
We
players are
haven't
going to
had
be like,
your
I ain't
creator
fucking with you
in
unless
real
you.
life
Right.
tournaments yet,
but
which we're
the
working on for
Chessboxing
next
is a really
year.
exciting
that's
thing.
awesome.
That's like one of a kind. And yeah, those events happen rarely, but
Well, I feel like you have
exactly what
to,
you're talking
as like a whole community, you have to incorporate something that's like, oh, you get the general public
about.
interest
Yes,
in it.
exactly.
And I'm sure, I mean, I feel like Queen's Gambit probably had a huge part in
That
that.
was one,
Because
yeah.
it's just, oh yeah, I just watched a Netflix thing because I was inside in the pandemic, and now I know about chess.
As chess players, do you guys, I don't think I've seen it. Do you guys like that movie? It's a movie, right? It's not a TV
It's a
show.
It's a show.
Oh, Jesus.
It's
Is that a good representation?
I'm going to let Andrea take it because she loves this question.
No, you
Remember when you
don't.
started the podcast and you're like, you guys are chess players, so you guys probably get asked these questions all the. That is the most common question we get asked all the time. Not your fault.
Yeah,
not
you
your
can
fault.
ignore that.
But
Let me think
I
of
mean,
something
when
else.
it's
real
something
Yeah,
quick.
that's
then
the
you wanna
most
try
common
again.
question, people actually care about it.
no,
so
it's a good question.
Yeah, no
we
one
should
actually does
understand.
give a shit, do they?
Huh?
No one does care, do they?
About Queen's.
Queen's
Yeah.
Gambit.
Well, I mean, that's like Ninja.
But
If you're a Twitch streamer,
it
they
is.
just go, oh,
I
so
think
you-
it got
do you know
popular
Ninja?
for a reason. I think people appreciate someone, just the skill of chess, of it being a one-on-one. There's not really. I mean, you told me earlier, White has a slight advantage, but it's not. It's just a one-on-one. If you lost, you fucked up somewhere, and it's like that's
Can only blame yourself.
that's as fair as it can get. So I think like the human population is like sort of appreciating that somehow.
I mean, yeah, Queen's Gambit was great for people who've like never seen chess, and like at least they have some sort of understanding. And like, you know, if you run into a random person on the street, it's likely that they've heard about the show. So it, like a lot of the things we were talking about, like the pandemic, just helps chess become more general knowledge.
And it really does give you a look into how obsessive chess players get. I don't think she was actually obsessive enough about chess because she stopped playing for a few years. I would say chess pros, they would not have had that gap.
What about who was the one? Was it Billy something?
Bobby
Didn't
Fischer.
he quit? Young?
He kind of went crazy.
Bobby Fischer.
And he did end up quitting young.
Wasn't it like 23 or something? Or am I tripping?
I think he was older than 23, but I don't remember his exact age. I think he was in his late 20s.
It was very political, and he was definitely going crazy, so he didn't quit.
And he believed that basically the Russian KGB was making him go crazy because, you know, chess was very much seen through the lens of the Cold War and stuff like that. And yeah, then he ended up moving to Iceland, which, you know, has his grave, and they have a lot of Bobby Fischer memorabilia. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah, I can't say we have any like gaming things related to the Cold War, so a little more history on the chess side of things.
Chess does have that on you guys.
A little more.
Yeah,
like
that's
you
what
have salaries
I think people
and an audience,
just,
but we have history.
well, I think people are gonna, I don't know if they'll care or not about the history of chess. Maybe. But I think
yes, but you have to
there's
give
a
it to
reason
them
why
with
it's
something
getting
cool.
Yeah,
Like
the
Andrea's gonna
Botez
fight
sisters.
someone. That's what I mean. No, for real.
Yeah, are you guys going to come to the fight?
I've heard that OpTic's pulling up, which is fantastic. It's at
So
the Galen
are
Center,
you
right?
coming, Blake?
When is it?
December 11th.
When is?
I have to go to the esports award.
Wait,
Esports
Wait,
awards.
those
that's
are
in Vegas,
after.
right?
Later.
That's like the 12th or something.
I think it's like the 12th and the 13th.
Yeah,
Because I was like, wait, that date kind of
I'm
rings a bell.
tired of traveling.
If I can make it, I
have
would
to.
love to come out and see you fight someone. I
Would
really
you
would.
at least watch Andrea on the TV?
I would for sure
I don't
watch.
even want them to watch anymore. Wouldn't come.
I'm like a low key, not a hater. I'm watching all the Jake Pauls and all these.
Oh, you do?
The Misfits boxing something. So
A Super Smash Bros. Commentator that I just worked with, I believe, is playing in it.
Yeah, I know one of
Toph?
you guys' friends is fighting too. Yeah.
So
You
There's a
nervous?
lot of
I
good
would love to go.
lineups.
nervous.
I got friends there.
I mean, I'm sure once it's gonna be closer to the date.
I'm
yeah.
nervous for Andrea.
I
Well, you
watched.
didn't get to
I
hype
would
her
be
up at her
nervous.
DJ set,
I've just been
so you get to be in her
rewatching,
corner.
Like,
Well, I still hyped her up for a DJ set. I
She
was
did.
there the entire.
No, I wasn't gonna
I
do
just
always
it.
between
did.
you and
What's
the
it
guy
like
with the
knowing your
ears.
sister's about to fight?
So when I was watching Minx fight, I was so nervous, and every time she got hit, I felt like I was mildly gonna throw up. And I looked at Andrea. I was like, "I'm so happy it's not you fighting."
No,
I never.
That's what I'm
I used
saying.
to be
This
the
is-
same. I used to be very against violence. I couldn't watch it, and I would never have seen myself taking up something like this.
I'm
But glad
joking
I
because
did.
Andrea is gonna have me and our dad in her corner while we're boxing. Like the odds are, me or Pops are gonna pass out when
Yeah,
we
one
watch
of
you get
them
hits, and
isn't
that's
gonna
just
make
gonna
it.
be so
Don't worry,
embarrassing.
I'm gonna knock her out in under 90 seconds. There won't be much to have to.
Good. Do you have like a
anticipate.
cheesy line planned?
Like my opening punches?
No, I meant like,
Your
you know, if you
victory.
knock her out and then you just
Oh.
like checkmate.
Oh,
Like,
no,
you
I
know.
haven't thought that far.
Oh,
I mean,
well.
I assume like the adrenaline rush will be so intense that I'll just be like me going like towards the camera.
Yeah.
You know, and then my dad's over there. My sister, yeah.
So you're fighting someone that's all right. So I don't really know anything about this. It's a chess. Has this already been going on? It's a chess/boxing event.
Yeah, so Ludwig, a big YouTuber.
Has an event already happened?
No, it's
This
like
is the
for
first
chess.
one.
No, chess boxing already exists. So
Okay.
it
Oh, that was
originated
it.
in
It's
London.
the first creator
Oh,
chess
shit.
boxing event.
Okay.
Yeah.
But people have chess boxing championships already. But this
Yeah,
is the
it's
first
a
one that's
real
getting
sport.
attention.
It's a real sport
Okay.
that
They're
people
like
compete.
chess, anything else? Because I feel like chess and
Oh, that's
boxing
actually
would
this
not
might be
the
the only
two.
intersection. Actually.
Are you
That's
the main
because that's a
event?
crazy crossover.
I thought there
You're-
was
like,
another one, but
is
I
it like
forgot
chess
it.
swimming? You know?
No, I
You
actually
just-
don't
and
know of
then you
anything
just
else. It might be the
do the
only
butterfly.
other sport that they.
Are you
My
Play
dad
chess
used
with.
to make the kids do chess basketball at our chess
Yeah,
club.
but not like it's chess boxing
no,
is a
it's the
real
only-
sport. Like there's world champions.
Is
and,
it always chess first
people
and
What the
train
then?
it seriously in gyms for it, and it's like
I think
Very
it's
widely
isn't
known.
it boxing and then chess, or is it
How did it
chess then
start?
boxing? No,
That
which
would
one do you
be
do first?
crazy.
Do you
You're
box
just
or do you
sitting there
chess?
like with a black eye. Just
unfortunately you start with the chess and you end with the chess. I
Okay.
wish it was more boxing oriented, But
you should
this
talk
is
a
lot
bit about
more.
your strategy. So Andrea is playing a woman grandmaster. This woman
I was gonna
grandmaster
say, is this-
is 300 to 400 points higher, which if you would put like this
Probability
likelihood of
that I win on
Andrea
the board
winning,
are,
it's-
like-
I don't know exactly, but it's probably 10 to 20% that she wins straight up games.
Coming from an average Joe, why does this fucking grandmaster genius nerd agree to a boxing match with
Well,
this
she's
young,
getting a visa.
young shredded?
No, okay.
Well, she's
Strong.
also
no.
shredded in her way.
Wait, pause.
Okay.
Jokes aside, it is like going to be a really mainstream event. Like it's almost.
Are you the
sold
main event?
Out. We're right before the undercard because we also agreed to fight 6 weeks before the event. Everyone had been known about and who are fighting had known for months, 4 to 5 months. But why she agreed to do it, I mean, there are a couple of side reasons, but like the event is going to be huge, and exactly how we're talking about things that break chess into popular culture, this is going to be one. Like creator boxing fights are huge. This is going to be huge.
I didn't know.
And it's supposed to be somewhat more entertaining since it's involving a new twist.
I didn't know that.
So it's going to be a lot of new eyeballs on her.
I mean, if you ask anyone on the street, like, hey, would you rather watch someone play chess or play chess and then
And
fight
box.
each other?
Yeah, and it's your
It's
livelihood
always
to play
fight each
chess
other.
on the internet. So it's a great opportunity.
Yeah, I didn't know this was a thing. Why did you agree to it? Or did you get asked, Alex?
I got asked and I said no.
No. And then
Well, we got asked at the same time, and Andrea also didn't want to
did you?
initially.
So-
were you
well,
debating it, or were you
So
like,
the
fuck
reason
yeah?
I said, so Ludwig asked us like 4 or 5 months before it if we wanted to fight, and I knew we couldn't because we were supposed to be in Thailand for our chess travel show because we're always traveling the end of the year where we're like traveling for like 2 months doing a show on Twitch. And then it was 6 weeks before the fight when I was talking to them, and that day we had a call where we found out that we moved our show to next year. So then that day I called Ludwig and said I want to fight because I can make it. Because before, obviously, if you need to be training every day, you can't be traveling for a month. So I was not supposed to be in town. Alex didn't want to fight. I don't know if I would have really considered it, but it felt like a sign because it was like the day that I was like, oh, this is canceled and this call happened. I'm like, I think I want to do it. So I just signed up without thinking.
How lame would it be if you trained for all this boxing and just lost in chess?
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
I mean-
saying. Like, what could
I've been training my boxing
explain the
very
rules
seriously
real quick?
for that reason.
Or how does it work?
Okay,
All right,
let me explain
it
it.
starts.
Yes,
You're walking
yes, what we
to the
should've
ring,
done a little
music's
bit ago.
playing. What are you playing? What's your music?
Oh, my music?
You're in the
Okay.
locker room. You're
Just Wanna Rock by Lil
Knight,
Uzi Vert.
E4. Then you walk your left jab, right hook.
Okay,
then
wait.
you walk out. The crowd's roaring. The music's playing. What music are you playing?
She just
Is
said it.
this how it works?
okay,
or am I just imagining Floyd Mayweather?
minutes ago.
Okay, so there's a walkout song, okay? All right, I'm going to set the scene, okay? This is how it's going. So first of all, how does the tournament work? You're going to play chess for 4 rounds and you're going to box for 3. You're going to start with the chess and you're going to end with the chess. So the crowd is rolling. Alex is carrying me in on her shoulders, my walkout song.
Wait, is this
Wait, really?
imaginary?
On your
or is
shoulders?
this-
Hell yeah.
She's going to
Wait, that's
carry
awesome.
me in on
That's
her
sick.
shoulders, yes.
Okay.
Or maybe we're going to learn a choreographed dance. It'll be one or the other.
Or both.
Or both, actually. That'd
A
be great.
TikTok dance? All right, no.
Yeah, you're
sorry,
very good
go.
at those. Lil Uzi Vert, Just Wanna Rock is playing if they allowed copyright music, which I honestly don't see happening because it's on YouTube, but who knows? You sit down at the chessboard, you play. I see Dina, the woman grandmaster. She's in great shape. She's got 8 years on me. She's much better at chess. We sit at the board, we shake hands, play chess for 2 minutes, then we go in the ring. We fight for 90 seconds, and this is exactly what's going to happen. I'm going to knock her out in that first round, and we're not going to have to play any more chess, and the fight's going to end there.
It's this whole time you've been saying woman grandmaster. I'm picturing like a 45-year-old Russian woman, like ready to throw hands.
Yeah. Well, she is a Russian.
So she's 28.
28. Yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
The title is. Some people think it's sexist. We're like, why do you have to specify they're women? But it's because it's a title she won. That's women grandmaster.
Woman grandmaster.
Yeah, because there's different titles for men and women. But she's 28. She's young, and in good shape, and she's coming all the way to the U.S. She's getting a visa for this.
But she's a grandmaster?
Yes, she's
Oh,
a professional chess player.
Is male grandmaster and woman's grandmaster
Nothing
ranked the
of
same?
what I
Males are just
pictured.
grandmasters.
Is this what you pictured?
Nothing of what I pictured.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay, she doesn't look intimidating
No.
in that, but yeah, I mean, she was my good
no.
friend.
Well, she is pale.
That's the first takeaway.
But no, to be honest, no. This is
What do you mean she is
It's like
pale?
a young, attractive chess player, and you're like, well, she is pale, so she's gonna get her ass beat.
No, that's about the only thing.
Hot
right,
blonde
stop
with blue eyes
scrolling.
and
That's,
great
that's
shape.
the only thing
And he
chess-wise
goes,
I
she
can
is
sort
pale.
of. Well, I think chess. I think pale.
I don't even know what to say to
All right,
that.
get us out of here, bro. Talk to us about Christmas. Good Lord. Andrea, I'm incredibly excited for your event. I
Me
do hope
too.
you beat her ass,
Thank
respectfully,
you.
though.
Thank you.
In chess and with
She's
your
also
fists.
our friend.
Yes, she is our friend.
No, respectfully.
Well, she was
Which is
kind of
sad,
bad.
but
That's
you know,
why if you
fight's a
knock her
fight.
out, I'm actually going to be worried.
I mean, yeah, I don't want her to get injured long term, but I will knock her out.
Andrea,
so.
you're going to take
Good.
away some of her long-term elo.
I hope you do. You
She's
know,
a professional
I mean, she
chess
knows
player.
what
She's
she
going to
signed
get
up for.
worse at chess if she
She
gets
could
a
do the same to
concussion.
me.
are you thinking like when I get in there, it's like a different? Because I want to see if like this could be. I don't know if it'd be like a viral clip, but like this could be a big.
Yeah, I mean, that's how I'm thinking about it too.
Even Minx was in there like brawling, but if Andrea is just right hook jawed,
That's why I'm so nervous though,
This
because
could-
I've only had 6 weeks. Like the chances that I do land a combo, but I've been
have you
training
both?
my
You
ass
both
off.
have 6 weeks.
Yeah, we
Or-
both entered 6 weeks. But yeah, I'm gonna fight my heart out, and we're also the only women fighting, so it's like, yeah, there's a big opportunity to make a lot of impressions on people.
Oh, you're the only women in the.
Yeah,
Oh shit.
yeah.
That's cool.
But so exactly, so like if we don't even land any punches, and we're like, women suck, man, this is why they fight.
All right, from a idiot perspective, you walk in, you have to play chess first. How
Yeah.
long is that?
2 minutes.
Is that long for chess?
No, it's
Or
short. It's short.
what do you mean? What is? Because I'm used to like seeing people play chess as boom boom. They're like
Yeah,
stopping the
yeah.
clock.
2 minutes on the clock.
There's
So-
2
What's
minutes
your
on
time
the clock.
control?
You're just playing. You have 4 rounds each, so 8 minutes.
So there's only 2 minutes on this.
But 2 minutes
thing.
per round. Yeah.
So they both have 8
I'm just
minutes
wondering
for
if
the
there's-
entire game. So she could
No, it
not.
was
So she
16.
could not play. No, you both have
Oh,
8
yeah,
minutes.
yeah,
right?
So
yeah.
could you sit there and be like, "Fuck, I don't know what to do."
No, because
Let
if
me
you
think
lose
about
on the
this.
clock, you're gonna lose.
But if you
get
have 8
checkmated, you
minutes,
lose on
then
the
you
clock,
can
you're gonna
sit
lose.
for a
no,
long
because you're
time.
getting 2 minutes every round. So I multiplied it so give you the total. But yeah, if you spend more than 2 minutes, you're
Okay,
Like,
so
would
you
it
get
be-
got it.
Would it be possible to lose in chess? And
Yes. If you lose on the board, you lose the fight and the fight's over. And there's a high chance because there's more chess.
Wait.
Or if you lose
It's
on the clock.
it's one
confused.
competition, but you play chess for a little bit and then you go box.
I
You play
get
chess
that,
for a little bit.
but I'm wondering how couldn't you just if you didn't?
you could
You're
just,
saying you could lose round 1 in chess before you even box.
No, I mean you can stall, right? And
Yeah,
I'm
I was gonna say,
I'm gonna
you
be
can just-
stalling for the life. For round 1, you can stall. Round 2, it's gonna get harder. Round 3, you can't. Like well, actually, round 4.
Well, that's what I'm asking. Is the
Yeah,
time
you can
control being
stall.
reset after each round, or do you have
I
one
don't
time
actually
control the
know.
entire
They
game?
haven't been very clear, to be honest. I'm pretty sure you have to be playing
It's
chess.
yeah, it's in what 10 days?
12. No, but to be honest, I have asked them a lot of questions and they're like, they still haven't decided the format for the time. But
That's
I know
fair.
that, like, yeah, I can stall for round 1, round 2. So I have like 2 decent chances to knock her out. I mean, no, I have 3 chances to knock her out. If I don't knock her out by round 3 of boxing, the fight will be decided by the 4th round, which is chess.
Are you
which will be
worried
time
at
or mate.
all? Because when we went to a chess boxing gym in London, and after you do exercise and try to play chess, it's really hard to think, especially if you've been punched.
I would imagine.
I was,
Really?
but I'm not anymore because I think I'm in really good shape.
So you think she's gonna be more tired than you?
Yes. Yes.
Because I feel like I just compare it to Halo because that's what I played, but it's like I don't think if I had to say I just ran a mile and came back to my station, I had to play Halo or box or whatever. It's like I feel like it would still be muscle memory. Is it?
You're definitely much more out. I mean, think of it like you're super out of breath. You just got punched in the head, like, and in chess, like
still out of breath.
you miss one move and you blunder a piece and the game is over. So a lot of gaming probably is muscle memory. Like
It's just the chess mind is so weird because it's so like 10 steps ahead. Even
Yeah,
where
exactly.
like I said earlier, we were trying to get like some shot of me like throwing my head, oh man, Alex lost. But it was like you were explaining, no, I'm gonna do this and this, and then we like stopped for a second. You're like, no, Alex, I'm gonna do this, and then you're gonna do this, and then it's like, yeah, and then checkmate. And it's just that was literally like in my head, I'm like 5 moves ahead, and it's just I guess something like Halo or Call of Duty is not the same to where you have to think like that.
You would probably
And
are
especially,
thinking
is
ahead,
it-
but it's different for sure.
And obviously you're coming back to the same board. So it's, I don't know, is it weird coming back to the same board? Is it like
that's the
someone could
challenge.
get hit hard as fuck to where it's like
Yes.
you kind of.
That's why like there's big upsets like the world champion at Chessboxing.
Has there been big upsets of like say,
that's why
all right,
lower rated
you're saying this
players-
girl is a grandmaster,
Yes.
so she's better than you.
Yes.
Do you think if you guys sat here right now, you played 10 games of chess, do you think you'd beat her?
Yeah, if she's very
should
serious,
win 1 or 2 max
maybe I could
based on her stats.
draw or win one? Yeah,
But
statistically.
if you right hook her in the jaw
Yeah.
and her brain goes crazy,
Yeah, obviously.
shit could change.
Yeah, but I mean, remember, I'll be getting punched too.
No, you won't.
So like theoretically, if Mike Tyson were to get into chess boxing and
He'd
he
win.
didn't
Well,
lose
he
in the
would
first
stall
2
round
minutes,
one.
but what is the qualification to
You're
get in?
so out of. I mean, yeah, that you can't even compare
Yeah,
that.
he'd
'cause
have to
you'd be
knock
like,
him. He'd have to play enough chess that he doesn't lose on time and he survives the first round, and then knock him out on
But
round
is there
2.
like do you have to be a certain level at chess to even get in?
I mean, it's not that big of a sport, so they just kind of really let anyone.
Yeah,
who
you
will
don't have to know what you're
compete.
doing on the
Yeah.
chessboard. Because, like, if your opponent's also noob, which, no offense, is some of the people in the fight, they don't really play chess at all. They've been only training boxing. They haven't been training chess. They're going to be
Chess
doing
box, bro.
God knows what on the board, and then they're going to fight it out in the ring.
Be
I'd
so
fight a
lit.
chess player.
Dude,
Huh?
just figure
I'd
it
fight a
out.
chess
Dude,
player.
survive for 2 minutes and then go out there and
Yeah.
throw hands.
I would
I
just
mean-
sit there round one like,
For the love of chess.
Yeah, a
Come
lot
on,
of the
man.
fighters aren't like me and my opponent and the undercard are the only people who are chess players. The
Yeah.
others are just content creators who want to box. Yeah.
yeah, I was, I'm not going to say who I talked to, but I talked to someone about doing a boxing match in 2023. We'll see,
And?
though. Well,
Yeah, I was going to ask because
when
you're really
he
into
asked-
physical stuff.
when he asked me, I had a fucked up back for like 3-4 months. So it's like I couldn't run, I couldn't do anything. So it's like I don't even know if I could like train for it. But I don't know, maybe. I mean, it's
should.
not no chess match, but
We need more
I just know
OpTic
it's like
boxers.
they're gonna match me up against fucking some experienced fighter.
Oh, is it not a creator?
I think it would be, yeah.
I mean, he could be new to boxing as well.
Who would you
That's-
guys fight if you had to fight someone from OpTic?
OpTic, I don't care.
I want to fight Hitch. Like right now, yeah. Just for fun.
OpTic, I don't
There's
care.
so many years of tension there.
Who do you think you couldn't beat in a boxing fight in OpTic?
Who do you think's the strongest fighter in OpTic? If we had to
Who do you
pick
think would
one
make
person,
the best boxer
With training or
outside of
right
me?
now?
both.
You?
I think so.
I think Nick's up there for sure.
Probably.
I
Then
would
you
give it
better,
to you as well.
better accept that match next
Nothing
year.
against them, but it's
I mean, you do
I
a
feel
lot
like
of
they're
weight
nerds.
training.
I'm
I feel
being
like
one
yeah.
Sebas could
athlete.
box too.
Sebas is also in
Yeah.
good shape. Yeah,
Sabas or Hex. I would.
that'd be
I'm-
cool to see
I'm
Hex
cooking-
in the
they
ring.
could break my
cooking
nose.
Lucid, bro.
Yeah, listen. He turned around kind of pissed off.
he did.
The world the Halo world champ just turned around kind of pissed off that we weren't as
You get
afraid
one
of
world championship and then think
I'm
you
not
can
gonna lie.
throw
When we
hands.
first started talking to the OpTic people, like one thing I was really excited about being in like a obviously male-dominated org, like most of them, is like, oh, like we could do fitness content. Like I have people to do that with because it's not very popular. But like I would love to see more OpTic people doing stuff like that. Like I really hope you actually
Not.
do it.
OpTic boot camp? Question
Yeah,
mark.
OpTic. That would be so much
I
fun.
would be down for that. I don't
Wait,
know.
can we like
There's
actually
not
go
many
to
of
boot
us
camp?
that
That'd
would.
be sick.
Then that's not true.
I believe Blake would do it. I don't-
Shotzi
well,
wakes
100%
up
I'd do
early
it.
and runs. Sebas would do it.
Yeah, I don't think there's many of us, but I think we
I'd
could
do
pull
it.
something
I guess,
out.
yeah. I
I
guess
could
gamers
probably
aren't.
get Hitch and George into it. Don't think so?
Maybe for one video. Consistently, probably not.
Yeah, no, you'd have
we
to
could
be
we could maybe
disciplined.
force. Imagine we go to like a army
That's
military.
What I'm saying. What if they sent us out for a week?
That'd be
Like, we're gonna
awesome.
beat your
camp.
ass into shape for a week. That'd be awesome.
That would be hilarious. Have
Be so
some.
cool.
See who cries
just dude
first.
scream at us.
Yeah, that would be
And
hilarious.
then they make
Can
you
we
ring
just
the bell
can
to
we
quit
just
like you're
suggest
in.
that this happens?
Yeah.
I think that
We're
would be a
suggesting
great
it right
video.
now.
Yeah. The thing is, I want to see the true nerds. I want to see the formals. I want to see Scump just standing there as a military sergeant, just screams at him. That would be.
Can you imagine?
It's not funny if the more
Yeah,
athletic people
that's
do it.
true.
Everyone has
That's
to do
true.
it.
Yeah.
do you
that's
guys
what
know
I'm saying.
Shotzi? Have you met
We have
Shotzi?
met
Online.
Shotzi.
Can you
Yeah.
imagine Shotzi getting yelled at by a drill sergeant? He's
I
he's
could see him
trolling, bro.
standing
He's
there like
trolling.
just kind of smiling, and I feel like I'd kind of smile as well. But I don't know, or I'd cry. I don't know. There might not be.
I think you'd lock it in.
I'd lock in.
But you're right.
Yeah.
We would have to get like some true.
Or yeah, it has to be entertaining.
We'd have to get some a mix of a healthy.
You know,
mix of both.
Miskiff did Camp Canute. Did you guys see any of that?
I don't think so.
Miskiff.
Do you know what that
I've
is?
heard of that
Miskiff
name.
is?
I know Miz.
I love you
Heard of
guys
that
just
name.
live in your own
Not
little
personally.
world.
I
Yeah.
know of him.
Yeah,
Well,
never
I wanna-
mind. It's
yeah, I
better
wanna
Was that
way.
all creators?
So Canute is a Twitch streamer who was a really big bodybuilder and pretty much just took like one of the biggest orgs on Twitch, which they're not like
They're not OpTic,
gamers,
but-
they're content creators, like more like Alex and I.
OTK, one
and
true
for
king.
30 days,
yeah.
every day they woke up and trained as a group and went to the gym, led by this guy, and they did it all live. And it was honestly really cool to see the progress and
And
really
they did
entertaining.
progress at the
See-
start and at the end to
Yeah.
see where everyone was.
That's sort of like I don't want to say my age. I think me and
Wait,
Andrea
you're
are
30,
the same
right?
age. But yeah, I'm 31. So
I'm 29.
great.
I'm 24.
Getting up there. The
Yeah,
point is,
she's
I don't.
24, She's like 18.
The point is, I grew up in like the video game world, and for whatever reason, I just like don't. I don't know. I have like no drive to play video games anymore.
I mean, that's very
So
common.
I kind of
trouble.
want to get into like I would like to do something like
Yeah,
that. To
I
where,
know.
but I don't think because
You don't think other
OpTic is a
people
Call
would?
of Duty. It's a whole gaming. They don't want to do this shit.
Some people would.
What, the fitness stuff?
Yeah.
Some
They would
people, I think a
100%
lot
be
of people
The
would be interested
players?
in IRL content.
No.
these
no.
these people.
Yeah, you could
The-
get one or two.
But
for
I'm
sure.
the Call of Duty team, the Halo team, the Rocket League. These
Yeah,
people.
not
they're
all of the.
maybe.
But that's like exactly
like to
how
do
like
something like
orgs
that.
are growing. Like you have a balance of both.
Like me and Hitch were talking about titles and thumbnails of like, I did 2-a-days for 30 days. This is what happened.
Yeah.
Shit like that. Like, I think that's sort of, I don't know, I guess like my next step in my
That's
career.
really exciting.
Because it's not even about like the
Gamers
the
need to be
look
healthier.
or
Yeah.
100%.
No,
I mean,
I agree,
That
I
can only
agree.
be a good
well,
thing for the scene.
I
as
think
long as
people
it's
are
done
very
well.
ignorant to the fact of how much a diet and exercise like affects your mentality.
Wait, what if it was something where we did a gamer and health challenge where you're doing the training, you're eating right, and you're also training at this game because you can also see the impact it has when you're doing the physical and mental health.
Well, the thing is, I don't know how much of an impact there is because
I think there's a huge impact on chess, for example. When I'm healthy and eating right, I see the elo gains when I'm eating healthier and being more healthy.
Because, well, maybe, but it's such a low percentage of people that do that, so where you won't really see a noticeable difference. It would be cool to
The
track.
thumbnail is juicy enough that like, does
That is
being
true.
healthy make you
it
a
would
better
work for a
gamer?
video. But
Yeah,
I'm
it's
saying,
doing
I'm thinking of
push-ups
like,
and
would
then
it
it's
actually
iron to
work?
radiant.
Yeah.
Because some of the best gamers I've known, whether it's Halo, whether it's Call of Duty, whatever, they're not.
Yeah.
It's what it.
But that's a product of the
Seth's-
culture surrounding
I think
the scene.
Scumps. I could be wrong here because I'm not like the biggest Call of Duty fan, or like I don't have the most knowledge about it. But like, I think some of Scump's worst years individually were like he was buff,
Yeah.
and there's not buff. I mean, you don't have to be buff, but just like healthy. There's not many healthy gamers, and I don't know. It could be.
I think it's a time constraint mostly.
Yeah, I don't
Just the
know if
amount-
it's like a time. I don't know because I truly believe, like, I perform better when I'm just in an overall better. My brain is just better when I'm eating healthier, when I'm moving, because like as a human, our ancestors and all this shit from thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of years. It's like every single century, the humans have been moving around. They have to do shit nonstop. They're like, but we're like the first century that is like, that we can sit down. We don't have to do shit. So, and I think our like bodies are sort of like revolting against us to where everyone's depressed now. Everyone has anxiety now. And I kind of truly believe like not eating right and exercise and stuff is a big part of that. But I don't know, when I look at all the best gamers, I just don't.
Well, yeah, if
Maybe.
your body's not playing, how do you pronounce that? Are you really gaming hard enough? Like when you're sacrificing your
Got a
own body for the game.
But I don't
I'm
know.
teasing. I'm teasing.
I think we're looking at this in two very different ways because you come from the very hardcore gaming world where you game all day and you're just playing in tournaments. We're looking at more on content like YouTube videos, YouTube titles, streams, numbers. I think the audience, and I bet you could even ask them, like, would the hardcore gaming audience be interested in seeing their favorite gamers try more IRL challenges? I think majority would say yes. We're biased because we tested this. We started in chess. Then we branched out into
top
IRL.
videos are still chess.
Yeah, but our IRL has been the greatest growth recently, and that's what we're going towards. So I think
I would push back on that, but continue.
How would you push back?
Our highest performing streams have always been chess streams, but IRL
But that's
also
because
does
they're
well.
boosted. They are boosted.
But even when they aren't,
I don't know. I think if you did I think the reason
and
why
our best IRL streams were also boosted.
I mean, I guess the chess videos are also a mix of both. So it's not us
continue
playing
your
a
point.
tournament.
I'm not saying people are interested in both, but I do think one content is usually better. But I think having a mix is great.
Yeah. That was kind of gonna be my point. It's not like so black and white. Pretty much. I think the audience would still like to see it. It's not about, if you would actually end up being the best gamer. It's more about the challenge, and I think they'd like to see that side of you.
Well, I understand how it'll get views, the content, whatever. But do you think chess play? What's the guy? Magnus something.
Magnus is super into health and fitness. Yeah.
Okay, so
he's considered a pretty healthy chess player, and he's one of the more athletic chess players.
Yeah.
Do you think as a whole, if people were more strict about their diet and exercise, that they would become better chess players, even at the elite level?
Yeah, and actually a lot of our coaches in tournaments would be very specific about things like not eating carbs close to your game because it's going to make you more sleepy. And people can get away with not taking care of themselves, but when they're playing in high-level tournaments, yeah, absolutely, everything counts, and you're supposed to also be working on your stamina, because if you're playing a game for 6 hours and you're training before and after and you're doing this for weeks, stamina is one of the biggest things. So if you can work on that, it helps. And that's actually one of the big arguments that people have used to say why women are worse than men and in chess. And I've heard this from pros, and they just say because it's also an athletic sport because of the stamina. Now, I'm not saying I believe
I was gonna say, do you
physical
think?
stamina?
No, they think it's like a physical stamina thing where if men are able to last for longer, that's going to give them advantage at the highest levels.
Yeah, I would have never thought that existed.
Do you think that's true?
I think differences obviously exist between men and women, and at some point you're looking for any kind of edge, so something like that might make it more favorable. But I think there's different advantages that could make things more favorable for women in specific situations too, like being able to multitask or stuff like that.
Yeah. What's the level of eye contact like in chess? Because I feel like if you just stared at me while I was playing chess,
I've tried doing that before, but people are so into the game they don't even notice.
A solid 2
Yeah.
seconds.
Yeah.
No, you really don't make eye contact.
There's not too much out of game
Just
manipulation stuff.
No, not really.
Kick him in the shin.
maybe when you're a kid and you're pissed off, you look really angry at
That's
them.
true.
Have you had losses that has there been someone you played against that let me bring this back to Halo. So where there will be this annoying nerd in the Halo community that's no one wants to lose to because they're just this person.
Yes.
And it's not that we don't like them in real life. If I would talk to them, whatever, but it's something about them, their play style, their attitude in game, they kind of say some little shit. It just pisses you off. Is there people in the chess world or a loss?
All the kids.
Losses that you've had that it's you're better than them,
hustling people,
but something you perform worse because of what what they say, who they are.
Yeah, many times
it little
you can
kids?
get in your head if you're intimidated
Little
by your
kids are
opponent.
so annoying.
For me, when I was in high school, it was just other high school boys because they always had an ego and they're very arrogant and I would play amazingly the entire game, make one small mistake at the end. They start raising their hands in the air. They start yawning. They get up. They go for a walk when they were losing the entire game. There's people who are really cocky and don't feel like they deserve to win.
Is there a specific group? Is it the little kids?
Okay, it's the little kids, and I'll tell you the story that has scarred me. no one's as bad as little kids because they are so freaking annoying, but they don't even know they're being annoying.
That
So,
was probably me.
I was playing this tournament in
Or I was
Vegas,
conscious.
and I was playing against a kid, and my opponent, who was a man in his 30s, was also playing against a kid. Now, my opponent is sitting there thinking, and his 8-year-old boy picks up a banana, starts talking on it as if it's a phone, and he
I
starts
remember
going
this.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
he does that, and
Yeah.
then my opponent pretends to then pick up an imaginary
And they
phone.
talk to each
and
other.
but they're not making noise. They're just talking. And then I look at my opponent, and he looks at me, and we both just look defeated. And it's not even about the position. It's just the disrespect. You can't call your arbiter and be like, hey, this 8-year-old is using his phone as a banana. What adult calls an arbiter on an 8-year-old?
Right.
So is it like that type of shit like messes you up?
It just makes me really mad.
Their feet are just swinging on the chair. They're
They're on their knees because they
Yep.
can't see the board.
They're hyper. They keep shaking. They're
Yep.
looking up at the ceiling. Every time they make a good move, they take a sip of water and they go,
Yeah, they do.
that would be so frustrating.
No, but it's so, and if they win, they don't even shake your hand. They do this annoying kid thing where instead of giving you a firm handshake because they don't know that's the thing yet, they go like, and they slide it out as if they don't want to touch you, and then they cockily get up away. No, it tilts the shit out of me.
You are definitely speaking from a place of experience. I can tell.
Yes. Yes.
You have a mental strategy against the next kid you play?
I'm just not playing in
Are you
tournaments
guys
with a
still in
ton of
that
kids
world?
anymore. And when I beat
I
kids,
don't like compete IRL so much.
I enjoy it so much.
That might be the craziest out of context clip we have on the OpTic podcast right there.
Are you?
Beat
What
the
if we don't
kids.
want to? Are you guys?
No, we're going to get a little more existential before this thing ends. I feel it.
I assume you guys are like aren't into that world as in like the tournament. Like I'm sure there's a whole community of like the top whatever players, and you guys are sort of more leaning towards like the content creation shit.
Yeah, but
Like,
we're
you're not in
friends.
that-
We're friends with a lot of them, and a lot of them started doing content now, or they'll be in videos, or we've watched them compete in tournaments and commentated on their games. Yeah.
You got to bring your people with you?
Well,
Do you have rivals? Is there another sister group
Oh,
or
we have
brothers?
rivals, but they're not sisters.
let's not talk about it.
Okay.
It's okay, they're dead.
No free
Publicity.
publicity.
That's good.
Fuck them. They're
No,
probably
we already-
trash
we
anyway.
No, but
already-
honestly, we try to take a better approach. We do sometimes meme about rivals, but the truth is, like, we're just trying to make our best, and that's all that matters. And be fair.
That's
Are you guys-
bullshit.
You're trying to fight someone.
Are you guys interested, or I don't know, I don't really understand how you guys came from chess to be in this like esports scene. Because
Are you
even
asking
like
us
when
why
we
we're
go,
on OpTic?
Yeah, just rephrase it, and then you have the clip. So why are you
no,
part?
I'm saying even when I go to
It's because
Your
we
all's
lost our
house
other
party.
parents, and you guys picked us up.
No, I
No,
will
I'm saying-
explain. Let me explain.
how did you guys get here?
So all the orgs, right? They stemmed in hardcore gaming.
All of your friends as
Oh.
well. It seems like
No.
our
friends aren't
we went to some
gamers.
little house party over there.
Oh no, that was a streamer party. Those
maybe
were
that was-
mainly
okay.
content creators.
Okay,
So
that makes
mainly
sense.
I mean, if you look at like 100 Thieves, like they started with like competitive teams, and now they have a lot more content creators. FaZe still stays pretty competitive. I'm trying to think of OTK is an example of one org that has no actual gamers and just content creators, but orgs are moving more and more into wanting to branch out into the content space and sign people who do obviously stuff like you guys do a really good job at the IRL content, but we were signed as creators because orgs can sign competitive gamers and creators.
Was there like a community you were in before this? Like
We had no one.
who are
was
your
just-
friends now?
Just the
Gotcha.
two of us. We can
It
make
did.
it
It was
if we
just you two
try.
against the world?
I mean, we had like chess community. That's kind of it.
I grew up on the chess community, and I started Twitch just in the chess community. So it's like all of the other
Just-
chess
yeah.
streamers, and then eventually we started kind of collaborating with just more people who do variety and things like that, or people who wanted to learn chess. So that was mostly what we did.
I mean, I saw Andrea rep OpTic, the green wall hoodie at the top of a mountain today, so.
That's
did.
true.
I mean,
This is our new family. You're never getting rid of us.
We're
We don't
here
want
now.
to.
Good.
No,
Good.
trust. We need you guys.
Yes, we definitely do.
Please fucking stay here with us.
Yep. Well, I didn't expect episode 105 to be a deep analysis of the metagame of chess. But
I didn't
thank you guys
want
so
to,
much.
man. I'm sorry.
No,
It was very
I had a great
fun.
time. I could literally
I
sit
just-
here and talk
I
to you
love
guys
how
and
Amy
learn
is
about
There's
your
just one
backstories.
thing I want
Was.
to talk a little bit more about.
Sure.
So like, what happened when you were in those trees in the snow?
No, please.
I'll tell you. An
I have to
8-year-old
piss so bad, but I'm trying to play it cool.
An
because
8-year-old
I could go for a little bit more.
rode by him in a pink suit. It was a girl.
You're lying.
Blasting Taylor Swift.
Oh my God.
And
No,
he was
wait,
waving
you're
with
lying.
his head on
All
the
right, all right,
trees.
well,
and
you
he
said
said,
it.
Wait,
"Well,
you didn't
if she
mention
could
the
do it,
kid.
yeah.
Now everything makes sense. Why you're so pissed.
Let me make. Let's talk about it. And then I gotta piss, or I could piss. We can go back. Whatever. Anyways, all right. So we do the bunny or the shit slope, the noob slope, the idiot
Oh my God, I was
slope.
kidding. We don't want to actually hear about it. Wrap it up.
We do the shit slope. We do the bunny slope. Then it's on to the real slope.
believe
I
we're
do the
back
real
here.
slope. I go down. I'm wrapping this up quick. I do the real slope. I'm going down. I'm going at least 100 miles per hour. At least in my head. That's the speed I'm going. Long story short, I'm trying to stop, whatever, doing my left toes up. I stop. And I just keep going to the left. In the woods is on the left, but I just can't go right. I just keep going to the left, stop, go again. Some other
anyone
trail
wanna
is
wrap
meeting
this
me in
up?
the middle here.
I think we're getting close.
I'm passed out, or I do a somersault. I'm in the middle of both the lanes of like some other slope in us. Get up. Somehow I make it to the forest again. Passed out in the woods. I get up. Then I go a little bit further. I wreck again. Somersault, backflip. My tailbone hurts. This has to be told because this is very important. This is very important because you have to know the story before this happened.
We do. We
I
heard
read the
it all
extended
day.
I wrecked about 10 times. So I'm in the middle of the slope. And I'm just laying there like
20 seconds.
You're
Holding
one of
my-
the hosts.
20 seconds.
holding my back, my tailbone hurts, my wrist
actually
hurts
right.
from calling myself or from catching myself. I see like 4 people coming past. Like some older man, he comes past me. Some mom or something comes past me. Some like teenager comes past me. And then I see this little thing coming down in a pink outfit on skis. And then I start hearing music. Keep in mind, I'm just laying out in the middle of the slope. This little girl, probably 8 years old, just comes skiing down right past me. Playing, she has some JBL or some speaker hooked to the side of her pants. It's like I just slowly hear like Taylor Swift just coming past me. And at this point, I'm like pissed off. I'm like, what the fuck? How can I do this? Then I just see this 8-year-old in this pink outfit coming past me, just skiing right past me with her family. She's wearing a pink outfit. She has Taylor Swift playing from her hip. And she just goes past me, and I'm just laying there, just sprawled out. I don't know what to do. I'm contemplating whether to get the snowmobile to come get me.
So many great memories.
And that's how I ended my
from the OpTic retreat. Man, we have had such a great time out here in Breckenridge, Colorado. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to episode 105 of the OpTic Podcast.
You made it.
Yeah, that was
There's
story.
at least
Oh,
four.
no.
At least four. 4 of you guys, thank you so much
Someone
for
enjoyed
listening
it.
to all of
All
this.
4 of you mean everything.
Alex, Andrea,
everything
thank
to
you
me.
guys
Thank
so
you for
much.
having
Nick,
us.
thank you, of course. Thank you guys so much for watching the OpTic Podcast. We will see you in the next one. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas.